There is a world as tangible as our own, impossible to see yet unavoidable to sense. A world enveloped by a seemingly unending ocean of forests. Buried deep in that forest, tucked away neatly within a blanket of twilight, lies a quaint little cabin. And in that cabin
is a bunch of guys who's a bunch of bullshitter.
Welcome to SleepyCast. I'm Nikki Cash.
Hey, I'm Jeff. That's
and
all
I'm
I
not
got.
so Jeff.
Jeff's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
He's back from his long vacation. I'm Chris. That's Corey.
I'm Corey. That's Zach.
Hi you guys. I'm back from, I was doing some stuff across the ocean doing my stand special about all kinds of
And
things.
we have a special guest today, Nikki.
I already introduced myself.
I want to say Minaj. I cannot help it. It just rolls off the tongue. Nicki
Corey.
Minaj.
Our guest today, Little Nikki. Welcome.
Little Nikki. I love Trench's
Should we
chicken.
say
Quite down, Little Nikki.
Why is another female? And a lot of people saying, this
Nikki.
podcast needs a female touch to it because we're
this
a bunch of disgusting misogynists, and we need.
Needs more pussy.
These more pussy fumes. Okay, so let's talk about.
I don't know how to talk to girls. There, I said it.
Finally, you admit
Corey,
it.
this is an intervention.
I want to hit her and fuck her.
Corey, that's illegal. I promise you.
Is that why you keep looking at me, Corey?
Oh my god.
Corey, you're salivating like a fucking monkey looking at a banana.
Monkeys salivate when they see bananas.
Yeah, I've saw it before on National
Discovery.
Alright, anyway.
Let's move on.
Topic uno.
First, we should talk about what you do. So what do you do?
I draw a lot. I draw ladies.
You want to go ahead and plug your
Nikki
fucking
draws.
website already?
Yeah, plug yourself.
Plug your
Plug
fucking
it.
website. Get the fuck out of here.
Plug it.
Plug it.
Plug it.
Twitter.com/NikkiNax and floorbread.com.
And what do you do at Floorbed? What do you draw? Like
I draw very nice
Pikachu or something?
comics with my very good friend Ferocia.
Ferocia, what's her Twitter? It's at rocketplanet.com. Alright, moving on. First topic of the day. Stage 4 brain cancer. Now, it's kind of relevant. Don't want to be the guy to spoil this.
Hold on. Is there really stage 4 brain cancer?
What's the?
Corey, you got it. That's what we're
the big
talking about.
question.
How many stages are there?
No.
to brain
Corey,
cancer?
your ears are leaking
No.
blood.
Stage 4 is like
Corey can't hear us
when you have a
talking to
stroke
him.
and half the side of your face
Corey,
is done.
Corey, you have only minutes left to live.
Why do you
First of
say it
all,
like that?
Do you think when kids have brain cancer, do they think they explain it instead of stages? They're like, listen.
You sound like you're talking to
They're
an
like, little Billy over there has stage 1 cancer. That's like Minecraft cancer.
Do you think that you?
But you have like
You have
Bloodborne
Call
Dark
of
Souls
Duty
cancer.
Jeff,
Yeah,
you know
you
all
have
about little kids with cancer. You made a cartoon about it. You got ripped apart online, remember?
You have Call of Duty, Prestige.
Do you think they try to
level
make the kids
2
feel
cancer?
bad by like making it sound cooler? Like you have stage 4, you're way cooler. You beat the other kids.
You're in the final. You're at the final boss that you're gonna lose to.
So they go to school and they're like,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
stage 4 with my
I'm
cancer.
sorry. All right.
This
sorry.
is already.
Look, what's lighter than Nikki's sister about brain
Just
cancer?
some light
Oh, it's
jokes.
great. People who have it, they look so happy.
What?
I have a question.
Look,
What?
I knew somebody who died of
Man,
brain cancer.
I
Really?
have a question.
Yeah.
who died of brain cancer, Jeff?
If somebody has
Family friend.
like
Well, it was a while ago, but
Ooh, wait,
it
wait,
wasn't
that was
funny.
Jeff.
It wasn't funny
Jeff.
at all.
Then why do you smile with a big grin on your face?
Jeff, why are you twisting your
I
fingers?
like
together
dark
laughing?
humor.
Wait, what happened?
That's dark humor.
It is.
What happened?
I like making people laugh at the inappropriate, Chris.
At the expense of yourself?
How close a friend we talking?
It wasn't a personal. It was like a friend. It was like a friend of a family member. I was not friends with this
Like,
person.
did he borrow some stuff from you?
Then it's pretty
Just wanted
funny,
to
I guess you're
associate
right.
him that way?
You know what?
Did he borrow some DVDs and he died? And you were like, ooh, I'm
Chris,
gonna get this
Chris
back?
is frowning at me because like,
That's the only reason you remember him.
this is
He's my
inappropriate.
friend.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. I'm ruining the podcast, Chris.
Look,
you're not.
Off color.
You can still
You're making
leave.
it
You can
funny.
still go. You can still fix the podcast.
Speaking of off-color, Jeff, you have a big announcement for the show about colored people.
What?
About the colored people.
What?
We talked about what Jeff does.
Colored people.
You got the big announcement. You talked about it before the show.
For the show?
Yeah.
What is this, late night?
Jeff was talking about. Jeff walked behind backstage and he was like, "Dude, colored people. I got a big announcement on the show later."
Wait, color.
Oh, your
people.
eradication.
Living
Oh.
color?
Not the erotic. That's later, dude.
Oh.
In living color?
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
know, as dictator of Earth, I decided they're almost equal to white people.
Almost.
Whoa.
Which is a big step.
Oh,
It's a step up.
Before Jeff, I was like, Jeff, what do you think of that? He started making monkey sounds, and I just gasped. I didn't know what to do. I ran right out of there.
See, that's way worse than what I was saying. You don't give Zach shit.
I didn't
way
say
worse.
That. I'm saying I'm paraphrasing what you said, Jeff.
I do a little cancer joke.
I
Just
said-
like, Jeff is, making monkey sounds
I
when
thought
he
the
sees black
cancer
people.
joke was funny.
Jeff, I sat there and I said they deserve rights, Jeff, and you went, oh yeah, that's funny. I walked right out of there.
This is what I get for giving you I graciously give you a Nazi dagger from World War II, and this is how you repay me, Zach.
Look, I got some fresh stains on there for you, Jeff.
All right.
You're starting to start off as one of the darkest ones, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Let's talk about puppies.
okay, I want a puppy.
What about the ones where their eyes are falling out? They
Corey,
can't breathe
you
properly?
instantly turned it around. It's pure hatred.
The worst video I've ever seen is a puppy getting
Wow,
crushed by a heel.
On
Oh, I
Facebook.
think I
You
saw
know-
that. The worst
I
dog
saw
video I
that.
ever saw.
It's going on around MySpace on like the Messenger
On your
or
space?
whatever it was. My pussy space.
Let's talk about the depth of your vagina because it's really
Hold on,
astounding.
slow down. We have a topic. We have a topic.
What?
We talk about the worst videos we saw of animals getting ripped apart.
Let's not do
great
that.
topic.
Dude, that was... People
Let's-
are eating.
Oh, come on, you guys.
here's a
Pick
question.
topic.
I don't want to throw out my
Stage 4
donut
cancer,
here.
Jeff's cancer
Corey,
friend,
one time
puppies being
I saw a
mutilated.
video. A karate man walked out, right? He bowed in front of the camera. He walked over to a plank. He picked up. He smashed it with his head, and then he did it with 2 planks. And then he picked up a turtle and smashed it in half. And he held the turtle up with both hands.
That's a great story, Chris. Let's talk. I have a question for our guest, Nikki. What do you think of all the videos that these guys watch all day?
Nikki,
Oh, the cringy videos.
what do you think
Yeah.
of cringe?
They're like,
What do
hey,
you-
come over, and I was like, all right. I thought we were gonna have a good time.
What do you
What did we
think?
do? What did we do for a few hours? We just watched some cringe videos, and every few minutes,
Dude, I
Zach
walked-
would say,
that's
"Bail, let's bail."
This
Let's-
is
let's-
literally
let me tell you
like
what
Let's turn the
how
criticism
friends
inward.
socialize.
Let me tell you what really happened.
Yeah.
I walked out with a surfboard and my sunglasses. I said, let's go surfing. And she was like, I'd rather sit here and watch cringe videos. I was like, dude, you're a fucking nerd. What do you think I do all day? I fucking surf. Get over it. Get the fuck over it.
Do all you guys have psychological problem where you like watching videos of?
I think it's partially masochistic. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's like partially
actually-
torture.
Yeah.
I find a lot. I guess it's kind of I pick and choose. Like I cherry pick the cringe I can watch because there's certain ones I can't watch with like actual human interaction with another person who doesn't like the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like if a really cringy person goes up to somebody and then she's just like get the fuck away from me, or he's like get away from me. I feel for that person, but when it's just them in the room like doing something artistic or cringy, I can get down with it.
I read a definition of like the point of cringe. Like what makes something cringe is you sort of empathize with the person
it's
in the
empathy.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching.
ahead.
One of the worst ones I watched recently was this guy. This big fat guy was doing stand up and he was bobbing really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And after a joke, he would tell you, he'd say, thank you. It was such a good time here. But his jokes were horrible. Nobody was like, it was really uncomfortable.
That's like
Because even if the joke landed kind of well, he'd still be like, thank you.
I can't watch amateur.
I feel like that's like a defense mechanism.
humor.
Like he needs a reassurance that he's not fucking up. So it's like he tells himself.
I don't remember who it was. It was either Zach or Jeff, but someone linked me the Minecraft cringe video where all the little kids went up to the
Minecon?
microphone and started asking questions.
Yeah.
And then they just would freeze up.
Add to the
Makes my butt tingle.
the server. He
That
dies
poor
on the last
fucking
word.
kid. He will never have a good life. That like was that set his career life out for good.
By the way, Chris,
What?
Maybe he had his own little Minecraft.
I watched
setup
that
when he was
video
little.
you were
What?
talking about yesterday.
Which one?
You want to guess?
Yeah. No.
The one I had to almost turn away from that I shivered when I saw.
What was it? I forget.
It was 2 men sliding down the thing.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, the two guys.
That's so
the two
hard.
like teenagers
How
in
dumb
Ukraine.
can you fucking
Okay,
Slide
video
down.
is 2 guys sliding down a glass roof and they both break their backs and one of them dies and it's on YouTube.
He lands, one of the dude lands on his head. And he fucking just died.
The one got immediate brain damage.
I think one of them shit their pants in the
Yeah, he
video.
crapped himself.
Yeah.
They were sliding down
on
a
his way
glass
down?
ceiling.
No, when he stands up, you
was
see
like
the back of his pants. It's either dirt from the glass, but it looks like shit.
The one guy went down backwards and on his stomach when knowing there were concrete stairs
Yeah,
below.
they were
Wait,
drunk.
where was this?
I feel like this Ukraine. It was in Ukraine, but I feel like it was kind of.
Of course, it was like the Ukraine.
Just
Yeah,
these
yeah,
two
yeah.
or
drunk
something.
guys just decided to go down this really.
They were like 17 years old.
I
though.
draw the line at people dying in like videos and
Yeah, I couldn't watch it. All of you guys were like gathering around it, like,
If-
"Ooh, let's watch
I
this
would
video,"
rather-
and I was like,
I would-
no.
I'd rather see a video of someone die than see a video of someone like ruin their life.
I would rather see
Like if he had died, I would have been like, it's fucked up. But the fact he stands up and he has a broken back, it's like, oh no.
I'd rather watch
I
the
would
video.
rather
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I would probably rather see a person die over an animal, a specific animal, like a home pet animal.
That's like everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like it's weird how everyone feels that way.
Nobody uploads accidental animal video deaths. It's always somebody
It's like some
intentionally
fucking
killing.
psycho with like a pair of hedge clippers or something.
Yeah, fire or duct tape or.
This is a very dark hour.
Yeah, holy.
This is generally how we started.
Well, we were saying earlier before we recorded, we were talking about this isn't this is relevant maybe weeks ago, but I think it's still relevant.
I think.
But the fact that when people die, like when internet personalities die, people there's a bunch of people rush to make a video of them crying.
Oh my god!
Talking about
with ads enabled,
right? With ads,
yeah.
That's a dead giveaway.
And we were saying like who if we all died, like if I crashed my Jeep and we all died,
Wait,
who would be the first to immediately upload a video maybe that we know and
Jeff,
cry about you?
Jeff, I already know what people will draw of you. I think it'd be you in heaven looking down and Tegman saluting you. That's exactly what it would fucking be.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
And you would be wearing like your Wawa shirt, your Wawa, holding a Wawa.
Would I have like the
cup?
lenses that had like the
People
glow
would tweet
all around me?
people would tweet
And your Dunkin' Donuts cup in the
yeah. There's a Wawa in heaven, Jeff.
Yeah, and when I die, what are people?
Who would cry over you?
You're gonna be in the deepest,
Chris
darkest
Chan.
part of hell, surrounded by all these pictures of porn
Yeah, it'd be like
I'm gonna be
Christian.
around a bunch of naked demon girls,
with
like
wieners.
Stamper said, with wieners.
Nice.
I mean, if you and Chris died, I mean,
Very
surely
Wawa.
a
Yeah.
bunch of kids would probably be like, "Wow, I gotta upload a video right
They'd
now."
Photoshop my head into like Leo
Wait.
Satan or something.
They'd be like Satan looking down at you.
Looking up at me.
Yeah, Corey, go ahead.
Somebody died, like, it wasn't recently, obviously, it was a while ago. Jew Wario,
Right,
is his
yeah.
actual
Jewish Wario,
alias
yeah.
name. I never saw this guy's videos, and people, when he died, like, the internet was
Give-
like crying.
You know what's
but there's
funny?
one person, there's one person who made a video, which was just, like you can just kind of tell that like people kind of soak in the whole like thing
Yeah.
when like that Joe guy made a video.
Angry
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, Angry Joe. He made a video.
That's
and,
like-
The Jew! I'm so angry.
Yeah.
He died.
yeah, you could no. He had crocodile tears and everything.
Yeah, he was screaming.
He was acting it up like he was starring in his own fucking like role in a movie. But no, he like made the video. And here's the thing, I could understand because the critic or whatever, like Nostalgia Critic, made a video and he had a lot of shit to say because he did stuff with him. He did tons of movies.
Yeah.
But the only thing Joe said, he's like, I was in the, I remember seeing you in a hotel room, and that's
He literally
about
said
it.
he bumped into him once.
Yeah, he bumped into him once, and he was gonna do something. And you know what really happened? And this is my personal opinion. My personal opinion is after he died, he realized the things he could have done with him, and maybe that might have been where the sadness came from. But
I don't think
to
so.
flat out do something like that.
Look.
I think he's a sociopath.
If somebody dies and your first instinct is to grab a camera, you're a piece of shit.
Like
and the
Tobias
chances
and
are,
Robin Williams?
Yeah, Robin Williams died and Tobias made a video and he was like, he had fucking makeup leaking down his eyes, mascara leaking down his face, and he was like, Robin Williams is dead. Oh, he had the ads enabled. It was like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, when I just
it was
I
like,
just
dude,
made
shut
fucking
up.
Steve Jobs. Like she records it herself at a fucking cafe with her friend. My hero is dead, and her friend's like,
come on, shut up.
it's pretty fucked up. Huh?
Because all the people with Jew. By the way, I checked Jew Warrior's statistic like a day before, like the day he died,
Yeah.
and it was like 1,000 views. And the day after that, it was like 10,000.
Would you like
it was
to cover exactly what this guy has done with his
This
life
guy,
before?
look, he wasn't like a piece of shit human
Yeah,
being,
no.
but he was just like all the
an
comments on his
overview.
videos were like, "You're a faggot." That was the comments on his videos before he died. And the day after was like, "He's a hero."
Did he review stuff? What
No,
did he
exactly.
I'm not even
It's
sure
very
what he did.
two-faced. No, he basically
He reviewed Japanese
Yeah.
like
Okay,
stuff.
and he wore a
found
Wario
bargains.
hat.
I think he
Yeah.
found
Yeah, a
bargains.
bunch of people on Twitter had like the
Yeah.
Wario hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make fun of a dead guy. I'm just trying to.
No, you're
No,
not.
he wasn't bad at all.
No, he was harmless, but I knew nothing
Yeah.
about him, and I'm not going to ham up something that I don't care about.
This isn't about
I'll say
him.
this. I'll say this.
No,
It
no.
wasn't like anyone hated him, but nobody gave a shit
Yeah.
about him. Not
Prior.
one fucking soul killed him.
Prior. You never heard. You know what you
Yeah.
heard? You know what I remember thoroughly? I remember my group of friends just knocking at him, this 35-year-old being in a group of like the awesome friends or whatever, a part of like the critics thing.
Yeah.
Knocking on him 24/7. And you know what's fucked up is like one of them was actually like I think he's probably gonna kill himself first.
Yeah.
To be clear, we're not. Yeah, I just want to say we're not
saying
knocking
No,
on
I'm
him.
not
We're just
saying
knocking
anything
on the
about him,
people
but I'm just
who are
explaining.
like exploiting
Look,
his death.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're, and by the way, when he died, nobody's comment was like, "Oh, he was such an intimate friend" or whatever. It was always like, "I saw him once," or "I never got to meet him," because nobody gave a shit when he was alive. And I'm not saying that was warranted or whatever.
Don't say it like
No, I'm saying
You're gonna get such shit.
Let me fucking footnote that. Nobody cared about when he was alive. And I'm not saying it was warranted. I'm saying everybody who pretended to give a shit did not give a shit.
It's one of
it
those
was
things.
fucking cooked up sympathy so people could draw the attention to themselves, so people would feel sorry for you. It's like when you're 10 years old and your grandma that you never talked to dies, and you walk into school with your head low. It's like, what happens? Like, oh, my grandma died. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's what these people are fucking doing.
Yeah.
You can have sympathy, you can feel sorry for the family, and you can be supportive in that way, but don't play up this fucking bullshit that you actually care about someone more than you do, because that makes you look even more of an asshole when people can see the facade you're
Suicide is never fucking good. His circumstances weren't good. But my point is, if you look at his views, if you look at the comments on his video, he was not a popular guy. That's a fact. Everybody gave fucking crocodile tears when he died so they could turn the attention to themselves and people could give them empathy. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. You lost somebody you cared about. Especially fucking Angry Joe.
Zach, what would you do if he died and people just made videos of them laughing?
Would be even more fun.
I don't think we're being cynical here. This is just, just how it is.
No, look, if you were an actual fan of that guy and he died and you were sad, sweet. You know, I'm really sorry if that's fucked up. Like when Ed Gold died, I think you and I had a right to be like, that's fucked up. You know, we knew the guy. We were intimate with him.
I
did make a fucking video masquerading in my face going.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Not him dying, but I mean,
obviously.
when I made a video called "The Story of Ed's World" and it was making fun of him, like, and then he died.
In a front way.
Yeah, and then he died, and then everyone in the comments was, "You fucking piece of shit!
Yeah.
He fucking died, you piece of shit!" And it's like, he's my friend.
So I think that's the distinction. If you care about somebody, like Ron Williams did have a fair share of like people faking it, but a lot of people did care about the guy, so that makes sense.
You care about Rob in the same sense that he was like he was in your childhood.
That's
enable ads on your fucking video.
That's one of those deaths where it's like, okay, I get why people. He was a big influential guy.
Yeah, profiting off someone's death is like the worst thing you can do, and it's evident when you do something like that. That's just like the most snidely thing you can do.
I just feel like he went into the bathroom and stuck his finger down his throat to make his eyes get teary, and then he turned on the camera and was like, Rob's dead!
I just came up with an idea for a website.
Who?
It's a website, right, where it's called like it notifies you a celebrity died, right, but it doesn't tell you which one. And then all of the YouTubers can go to it and be like, oh, they got a notification, and then they can open it in real time as they're filming themselves. And
it's
they
like
can
a present.
cry.
It's like a present.
Yeah, it's like a present. Like, oh my God, you know, Obama died, and they're like,
That's like one of the, and then you'll have your first national Tumblr, Twitter associated day, like your special day that everyone will forget in no time. That's another thing that pisses me off. Like these fucking days that trend on Twitter, and I know it's gay, but like they trend, and you're just like, really? This is a real holiday. This is a day you guys are showing off.
Wait.
Can I give my Zach's advice for the podcast?
Wait 1 sec, because
it's related to what he said though.
Okay, go.
Set your Twitter trends to a different country, like Japanese. I don't see a fucking thing, and it's beautiful.
Serious?
I log on, it's like, like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. It's so good.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I used to get stressed out because I used to go
that?
to Twitter. You just change, you click, it's right there where the trends are.
I've never done that.
It's so good.
I see like fucking like National Titty Day and Girl Wage Day or whatever.
Yeah, I used to go to Twitter and it'd be like pray for Selena. I go to, it's like some 13-year-old Justin Bieber fan done. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Some girl like bleach. Who cares? But now I go to the Japanese things and I do Google Translate. It's like a fucking a volcano exploded in Japan. Who gives a shit? I'm fine. I'm ignorant.
Well, one of those said like "Death to America."
I'd be totally fine because I wouldn't understand it.
Those are gonna trend for a while.
They could also say Zach's a piece of shit. Fuck you, Zach, and I wouldn't even know.
No, you wouldn't know that.
Well, you know that thing you just said with the fucking Japanese celebrity death notification?
Yeah.
That could potentially be a YouTube update. YouTube could like update the biggest YouTubers and be like, celebrity died, go do it, quick.
You hear that, investors? There's a website.
There you go, my idea. Don't steal it.
All right, well.
What were some deaths that bothered you for real? You know, just fucking ate at you.
JFK. Devastating.
Patrice O'Neill, when he died, it really bothered me.
Robin Williams a little bit. I mean, a tiny bit, just because you grow up with him and you see him in all the movies.
He was in your childhood movies. Everyone remembers him as the Aladdin. Specifically, most people remember him as the
I'm pretty sure
the genie in Aladdin. I meant
Robin Williams as Aladdin.
as the Aladdin.
you know what I meant, but people remember him as the genie. Most people do remember him more for being the genie. I remember him more for the
Mrs. Doubtfire.
like the classics, like Mrs. Doubtfire and Flubber.
I love that movie.
Flubber.
No, not
Something
Flubber.
that really pissed me
Remember
off when
Flubber.
Robin Williams died. It was like, I don't know what trendy website, but it had a picture of Genie hugging Aladdin.
You're free, Genie, it said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That pissed me off so
That's-
much.
I know.
It bothered me because it's like, imagine being Robin Williams doing all these fucking good Vietnam movie he did, Good Will Hunting, all these great,
Exactly.
all these great movies, The Birdcage or whatever. And
One
it's
Hour
like,
Photo was another really good
and it's like the Genie's only really remembered role. I know he left a mark in one way, so that's kind of good, but it felt a little bit like he did some. I
He
feel a
will
little bit.
always be Jumanji
I
to
feel a
me.
little bit gypped. By the way, did you guys see
It's my favorite.
World's Greatest Dad, World's Best Dad?
Not yet.
Yes, it was a really
was a
good
good
movie.
movie.
It was a really good movie.
Is about suicide too.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a fun topic.
Sound better. Look that up. Nikki, who died? What's somebody died that bothered you?
Besides old Williams.
A cute boy band member or anybody?
When NSYNC broke up, I cried, and that was like a death.
How old were you?
It's like 2.
That's
She
devastating.
wept, and her mom was like, their part. She wept.
What about you, Zach?
What person died when I
Yeah.
really cried?
Yeah.
Made me cry.
Well, if you really want to know, do you want to know?
No.
Carlos Mencia when he killed himself. I wept and started punching the wall.
You just punched it?
Why you're the good guy, yo! That's what I said.
He's still alive. He's still making those funny YouTube videos.
He's done to me. Yeah, those green screen videos where he's like a fucking anorexic crack addict. He's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And he has like this shitty slow transition effect. Anyways,
Here's a question.
so that.
I'll just say like Chris and Zach, like Corey too. If any one of you died, would any of you put up a video like eulogizing the other? Like you don't have to be crying, but would you?
If Zach died, I would make a video.
Would you
If Corey
animate?
died?
Okay, if any of you guys died, I would make a video. The thumbnail would be a girl showing her titties so I could get lots of money. But I would be sad at the video.
Wait,
You'd be like, I'm really upset.
Jeff
Wait,
died.
I'll miss him.
if you died, let's say you died and like on the SleepyCabin website or the subreddit or something, everybody's like, all the kids are like, oh shit, Chris died or Zach died.
Yeah.
What kind of cringe thing do you think they'd post that you wish you could just come back from the dead and just delete? Like,
They'd be like,
it
here's an
might
old
be
picture
kids
of
in
him when he was
Avengers.
16 and fat and ugly.
What?
something
dig
something
up
you've done,
anything
something
with
you
you.
made, something.
They would dig up
Oh, I see what you
anything.
mean.
Yeah.
Got any of my videos? Any of them? They're all
Anime videos?
Just any of my videos. No, any of my
Oh,
videos.
any of them.
Yeah.
100%. You just want to be wiped from history.
Yeah.
You want me to
I
bring
love
out
my
like
brains being splattered going with my cartoons.
Alright.
It's all in one package. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jeff, if you died, I'd upload a video of me eating a crunchy pickle for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that video
Could
would
you do
end.
that?
yeah.
Video would end. It was called
Jeff.
Rip Jeff.
Just don't even call it like Rip Jeff. Like call it like eating a pickle, and then at the very end just say like
Dude,
Rip
Jeff died also. And finish it. The end.
If Jeff died
By the way, Jeff is dead.
Yeah.
in the
I
video,
break it to you
in
guys.
the video, I would also plug Carlos Mencia's YouTube as well. In the video.
Don't forget to check out my
I
friend
would,
Carlos's channel.
I would have like
He
40
needs all the subs he
annotations
can get.
on Jeff specifically, and then I would play like all the Tankman parodies in like.
Fuck you, Corey.
If you died,
The video would be like,
if you
"I
died,
got
I'd play.
Steve."
I'm sorry.
Jeff, I would draw the Hankman hugging you saying, "You're free,
Yeah.
Jeff. You're free, Steve."
I would have
Worst
a
friends ever.
Photoshop, like one of those Photoshops where the heads are clearly forward. I'd have it like bending backwards, so your head's there, and then another take.
I would have an angel walking hand in hand with you, Jeff. Your head looking back, looking at the camera.
If Jeff died, I'd talk
I'm gonna
about
remember
how
this.
good his animation with the Pokemon tuner is.
Yeah.
And I'd
Everybody's so mad about
highlight
that.
some of the comments on there that talk about
His-
whoever made this, I hope they fucking
fucking
die.
love
Fuck
comments
you, I like
on those
Pokemon.
kinds
Fuck
of
you, my brother's
videos.
got cancer.
I've never I could never make anything more polarizing than that video. It's like perfectly 50-50 across the board of
Yeah.
people
The
who
Pokemon one?
thought it was funny and people that hate my guts for it.
The Pokemon one?
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
Because I don't watch Pokemon. I don't know shit about Pokemon.
That's the best parodies.
So
that's
I'm like...
you know what I realized? I realized, like, one of the best parodies, like, people who make parodies are the ones that don't know anything about it. So they're just like, I'm just going to make some bullshit. And then it's like, you look at it, and then you look at it, and you realize, well, it's actually somewhat close, but completely not at all.
I want it to be kind of relevant. I mean, I thought it would be... I was watching a lot of Discovery and Learning Channel at the time with all their fucked up shows, so that's what it was based on. It wasn't based on making fun of a dead kid. Okay?
It was.
It wasn't based on making fun of kids with cancer and tumors on their head.
You specifically triggered a recent kid who died.
Oh, fuck off,
Pokemon
everybody.
Yeah, the little kid was like, oh, funny, I have the will to live. He went on YouTube and typed in cancer and saw that video and he died.
You don't think it's funny a kid with like...
First video trigger.
You have blood in your hands.
The kid is a brain tumor grew so big he thinks like his neighbor's horse is a Pokemon. And like, that's funny.
Yeah. It is. Okay, so
that's humor, right?
Yeah, let's talk, Nikki. Let's talk about how you can fit a pineapple in your vagina.
Yeah.
Why is
Are you
that
gonna do it
wrong?
live
It's
on
what
the
it says
podcast?
here.
You guys want to talk about my fruit bowl?
It's what it says here on the notes.
barbs, like, because pineapples have barbs on their quills, on their stomach.
Yeah, but she's got a meaty pussy, so it's fine.
Barbs?
Yeah.
I mean the little just spikes on them?
Her vagina can take the impact.
Yeah, it's protection.
She's got a gray, leathery fucking horse pussy.
You know, the girls have like this rape prevention thing. It's like something you put in your vagina.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It has like spikes in it.
I think that's a bad invention, personally.
Yeah, I think it's like
The
an
best
What are you gonna do now, Jeff?
What do you think?
How are you get your blocks up now, Jeff?
Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust my plans tonight.
You can
Jeff,
adjust your weekend plans.
Jeff, you're gonna find that perfect girl, and then you're gonna like bang the fuck out of her hardcore. Little did you know she had the rape trap in her pussy the whole time, and then she was like, see, this is true love. True love would get through the rape like fuck thing. Little did you know that you have to go to the doctor.
What if rapists though had a little device on their dick, like an EMP, that disabled their rape prevention?
Would you shot a little miniature nuke into her pussy and exploded?
Like you put it in her pussy, goes. It's just such a bad invention because it's like, for one, yes, it's a good invention because it stops rape. However, it's a bad invention because what if people don't use it specifically for rape? What if they use it to entrap people or do stuff to get back at someone?
You could just put it in for a guy to have sex with you regularly.
You're basically putting a bear trap in your pussy. So it's like, in regards, if you want to get back at somebody instead of like cutting off his dick,
you could hypothetically engage a guy like mutual sex and just do that and say he tried to rape you.
Yeah, Nikki.
Yeah, exactly.
It just doesn't sound clean. I wouldn't want that in my vagina.
Who sat around? Who was sitting around and thought about, we'll put a barbed fucking bear trap into his pussy?
Same people who create those fucking urethra balls to stick into your dick hole.
Come again?
What?
Figure it out.
What?
What are you putting in your dick hole?
There's urethra balls. They're like
those are airsoft pellets, Corey. Those are not meant for your dick hole.
Have you guys ever watched the video of guys, they try to put nails in their dick holes
Oh,
like a gummy worm?
I did.
Gummy
Jeff,
worm.
you know you love those videos. You watch them every night before you go to bed.
I better clear my search history.
All right. We're getting into some juicy topics that are making me horny. Do you guys know when you drink it up, you drink the bubble, you get drunk? Does anyone have any interesting drunk stories? Because, I mean, people drink here.
We could talk about you trying to make bacon the other night.
Yeah, Corey, you fucking goon.
You idiot.
Corey drank a bunch of alcohol.
You know what Corey was doing? Corey was walking around saying, I'm the baconator.
I never said that. That sounds like something a
Corey
crazy
said
person would say.
bacon, more bacon.
Wait, start from the beginning. He made us walk to Wawa to buy bacon. You bought a whole bag of shit that you weren't gonna eat. You fucking.
I ate it all.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
You fat bastard.
Nikki, tell everybody what Corey bought at Wawa.
Corey bought bacon.
With your
That was the
photographic
first-
memory, bring it all back.
I was watching him the entire time. I had to watch out for my friend Corey. He was a little bit drunk. He was a little bit wobbly. He fell over
I
later
want
that
to
night.
eat
We'll
some
get to that
bacon.
part.
I haven't had bacon in what? Ever?
What are you doing ago?
As soon as you walked into that Wawa, I saw your eyes light up. You saw that bacon.
Is that true?
I saw your tongue go out. You
I
licked
saw
your
the
lips.
salty crackers and then I
You
saw
got a
the
little
bacon.
bit sweaty. You're like, bacon tonight. So you grab that. Then you grab some soup. 1 cup of noodle. What was it? Cup of noodles, chicken noodle soup.
It
You
broke,
grabbed
by
a
the way.
huge box of crackers just for that chicken noodle soup.
It was one case for $5. This is a steal.
And you also got a cup of cheese and I think salami
Pepperonis,
and more crackers
It
in
was a
that.
snack, yeah.
Yep.
I think you got
It was
some.
candy too, or you also a whole bag of
Could be
chips.
some epic snacking that night.
So on the way back, what happened to?
That's what happens when you drink.
What happened
Corey,
on the way
what
back?
happened on the way back?
Corey, tell us what happened.
Well, I didn't have my footing properly because I was intoxicated, and I fell down a hill and almost was impaled on a fence.
Yes.
Corey, why do you always want to run full speed when you drink? That's another thing.
He looked me right in the eyes, and I got scared. He said, "I'm sorry, the hedgehog." And he's still running.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. I was gonna say Naruto. I was gonna say fucking Sonic. Because they run the same. Fuck you! I never wanted to run like Sonic.
They run the same.
You're trying to make your legs
You run
like
like fucking Dr. Eggman. Game 1.
Can Naruto spin dash?
Yes.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
Oh, you're fucking you guys in your anime.
He can turn into a log.
Yeah, but can Sonic do hand signals?
Yes, probably.
Well, then I guess we're fine.
You know what Trunks can do here?
Anyways, Corey fell down a fucking hill. We walked back. And Corey looked at us, and he was like, "We're like bacon." And then you were like,
Then you fell off the hill.
I never said that. I was actually laughing because the defense mechanism I have that most retards have is they laugh a lot. Like they go to a point where they're hyperventilating because they almost die. Have you ever watched Jackass? Like you ever what's
What a
his
fucking
name?
segue, Corey.
No, it's still the same sort. What's the dude? He's like famous now.
Johnny Knoxville?
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. He's like one of the famous members.
Did one of those guys die?
Yeah.
Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, Ryan.
Well,
Ryan Dunn,
he had it
history.
coming.
Did you cry, Chris?
I was sad.
He
I
was
bet
one of
that.
my-
The dude fucking slammed his car into
Yeah,
a
I
tree.
know,
He was
but
a wasted driver. It's his
but I
fault.
grew up watching Jackass, and Ryan Dunn was my favorite.
His dad was sad, but it's his fucking fault.
Yeah, I know,
completely. He's an
obviously.
He had a
idiot.
killer
Yeah.
beard.
But anyways,
But
That doesn't matter. I was still sad.
anyways, like on like he. So he would do something that was really terrifying that he would be scared of. He would laugh.
Knoxville?
Yeah, like he laughs. Like if he's gonna get hit really hard, he starts like freaking out and laughing.
Yeah.
If he gets pelted by something, like when somebody drops something on his balls and stuff, he starts laughing. And if he's about to be attacked by a bull, he just starts laughing. And it's like some people do that. Like I remember I used to jump with my friend on the trampoline, and we would like punch each other and push each other off. And when we were about to fall off, we'd all like laugh because it's like a defense thing. I don't know. It's weird. There's probably like some reason for it, but so I would laugh when I was about to die.
So back to the bacon.
I see.
Back to the bacon.
Yeah, when Corey was falling,
Yeah,
Zach
big
and I were just
bacon.
staring at him.
Yeah,
Every time I thought you were going to stop.
You were hoping.
You were going to
You were
recover.
fucking. I saw you licking your lip.
Yeah,
Corey,
she
you were
was.
in the kitchen. You were saying, "Add bacon strips. Add bacon strips."
When Corey was falling,
was
every time
not falling,
he tried to
that's
recover, he started to fall more, and then you lost a shoe, and
Yeah.
then that's when we were like, uh-oh, there's the fence,
There we go.
there's the spike,
I was waiting for it to
there's his head.
The
Your brain was gonna lay right on it.
With Super
Pants
Saiyan
were down,
flew up
you
to
were
us
ready.
again. But then we came to our house. He was like, "You guys have any like spraying stuff to spray the pan down?" You didn't find any, did you?
No.
He just fucking cooked the
spat
bacon.
on it.
He did it dry. He cooked the bacon dry, and it fucking
don't
almost
have
caused
any.
a house fire.
I was gonna use butter and some other. You don't have
didn't, though.
anything. You don't have any condiments. You're gonna use fucking mustard.
Corey, you filled up the house with smoke, and everyone started coughing. We almost died. Remember?
But it like now smokes cigarettes. So you
Corey,
should be used
He
to
does.
Yeah, but we don't though.
it. First of all, I was drunk. Second of all, I made the bacon.
Second of
Jeff.
all, first of all, you shared it, and that was nice.
Yeah.
I had a few bacon strips.
But the problem is like it's like a small kitchen in a room, so it's like the smoke is gonna build up. I didn't know to open the window because I was
The
drunk.
window was right next to you.
I was
Have
drunk.
you played the fucking Sims, Corey? If you put someone in a closed space and light a fire, they die, you idiot.
Actually, when you first cook for the first time, because I did play The Sims, and you don't put an alarm, you're always supposed to put a fire alarm. The first time they cook, they will always cause
Corey,
fire.
did you know in The Sims you can do the cheat where you make a firework go up in the air, and the second it hits the ring and you pause the game, you pick up the explosion with the cheat and you put it on your sim and you kill him.
I used to just make houses and like put a bunch of Sims in a corner and put furniture there and catch them on fire.
Una dito!
Yeah. They just pee themselves until the fire eventually got to them.
I have a question for Corey.
Yes.
This I'll come back to the drunk thing in a minute, but why don't you cover your Civilization 5 story?
Yes, this is funny.
Civ
Can I
this is
say,
good.
can I introduce it? Corey can take it away.
Go ahead.
We went to New York, as we said the last a couple podcasts ago. I don't know what fucking episode this is going to be, but Chris and I went to New York with Corey and Niall went there too, to John's house. And I was trying to get all these guys into Civ 5 to kind of play it. It's a fun little game. And you can make religions in the game. And Corey had a lot of culture and religious points. Corey, explain what you fucking did, you hooligan.
So I like bogarted all the religious points, and I took the opportunity to make the religion of autism. And
Japanese autism.
yeah, Japanese autism. So you know it's bad. And like John was busy making his own like he was
building a fucking mine in the middle
he
of
was
the
in the
desert or
fucking
whatever.
Persian desert making like gold mines and stuff. Zach was out actually playing the game and making like the landmarks and making America, and I was busy spreading autism. And it hit John because I went offline because I was having problems with Civ, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this shit. So I went offline, and the AI took over, and the AI lost its fucking mind. It just went straight to John.
You went fucking haywire, dude.
And like it got like the cavalry and just went straight to him and gave him like autism.
Dude, all
immediately.
John City's about autism. John freaked out and tried to he sailed like halfway across the world and set up on a little tiny island completely isolated. And like within one turn it caught autism. And I made the religion of American vaccinations to combat the autism. But the Japanese autism overwhelmed me. I couldn't deal with it.
Ultimately leading to Zach and John having a big war battle.
With Japanese.
And then nothing, and just everyone
nothing
died.
happened.
Everything exploded.
Yeah.
Didn't you make another religion after that? Was there something?
Yeah, the other one, I made another game, and I called it Down Syndrome this time. And the difference was, it wasn't so much that I was spreading it, is that I was getting people left and right calling me up, being like, hey, give me some of that Down syndrome.
No, give me the Down, dude. The Polynesians want the Down syndrome, dude.
Napoleon's calling me up, and he's constantly asking
Yeah, the French were looking up from across the ocean like, dude, we see that Down syndrome. It's pretty tasty.
Yeah, no, he was like...
Our people want to worship your Down syndrome.
That skinny motherfucker was asking me for salt and Down syndrome the whole time. And eventually I was like, no, motherfucker! And I got... Who's the emperor guy, Egyptian guy?
Oh, Ramses?
Yeah, I got me and Ramses teamed up and we fucking killed his ass. And then Ramses was asking me for citrus and like Down syndrome, and I'm like, not you too, motherfucker. But then like all these other people were found, and they were like, hey, you have Down syndrome? And eventually it started spreading.
Why do they want the religion?
People were
though?
walking like, dude, I heard you got Down syndrome? Is that right? You're like, yeah, that's true.
Why do
The rumors are right. Here you
Zach,
go.
why do the people in the game want the religion / Down
Because if you have a
syndrome?
really powerful religion, it starts affecting their places, and you can make little like priests and stuff into
Yeah, religion also helps like...
culture does too. So you can like really
It benefits.
culture.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
really
people want
beneficial.
to give a really powerful culture or religion.
Oh, okay.
So I was like I was like the big caravan of like Down syndrome.
He was the hottest.
So if his autism was small in number, no one wanted it.
No, like my vaccinations would have outnumbered his autism. People would have chosen my vaccinations over his
Oh, okay.
autism.
Nobody wanted
You
it.
were too late, Zach.
Yeah, too little, too late for the vaccinations and the autism.
Goodness.
See, that's why Civ 5 is a fun game.
It is a fun game.
It's only fun because you made it autistic and Down syndrome.
Exactly.
No, it's-
But that's what
it's
you
fun,
do.
man.
It's like
I'm kidding. I know it's fun.
It's one of those few games that I can actually play for like hours on end. I can't really do that with games.
there was this. Although in the one game, there was this one Indian guy who was asking me for like 16 resources, and I'm like, dude, fuck
Was it
you.
Gandhi?
I don't know. He was asking me for like cotton. He was asking me for the foxes. He was asking me for like my stone, my iron, and I'm like, dude, I know you're like dying in like the Antarctic, but I'm not giving you any fucking stuff.
We'll wrap this up because I know people probably don't give a shit about this game, but it's a fun game because you can like
fun, yeah.
makes you think like a fucking maniac. Like one guy, who was it? It was like it was the Dutch were like developing their own nukes, and I had my own. I was like, you can't fucking do it. And I nuked him out of like self-defense.
You said you.
I went him out. I was like, fuck, he can get nukes because that means two of us have nukes. Fuck you.
Yeah, like you upgraded your thing. You had like nukes, and they still had like cavemen with sticks and
Yeah.
fucking took them out before they could.
All he was doing is developing like a peaceful nuclear program. I was like, fuck you, dude. You can't get them too.
That's the
What
thing.
if you hypothetically want to shoot me with them?
It's like that's another thing too. Like if they're like building better things, like they're building pyramids and they're building.
Makes
like,
you fucking paranoid.
yeah, you're like, fuck these guys. They're advancing too quickly. You
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
learn self-destruct and blow them up before they can do anything. Just like the real world. Anyways,
We're in the top.
so that was fun. Hey, we have a special guest. We should be having her more or less. Do you have any funny drunk stories? Because apparently, I guess I was the focal point for the drunk stories.
Oh, did we even finish that?
We wrapped it up. Yeah, basically Corey got drunk.
I burned down the house, and here we are in house 2.
And he
Go back
fucking
to it briefly.
spilled beer all
We'll
over his pants.
include the audio of Corey burning down the house
Oh,
at the end of
yeah.
it.
Yeah, pull that out.
People thought like
Insert it here.
People thought I would apparently like wipe my ass for the first time, which is very funny, by the way. What actually happened was I spilled beer all over myself, and the joke was, look at me, I peed my pants. But I guess nobody noticed that because I had toilet paper down there.
Yeah, I think
Put two and two together.
Yeah, no, I posted that photo. That was a good one. And then you're showing your
looked
big
extra
guns
gross.
too. Your lefty
Flex,
and your
flex.
righty.
Did we? Okay, so if we're talking drunk stories, have we all talked about the drunkest we've ever been?
Nikki, what about you? Go.
No, have
Drunkest
we?
I've ever
Is this
been?
I think a little bit. I went to because I talked about. We definitely talked about it.
Talk about your worst, like drunk, like your best drunk. Have you ever had like a really weird drunk experience? A good drunk story?
Yes. When I was under 21, I was at a house party with two friends who were very drunk and on a lot of drugs. And then we went. We didn't have a lot of money, so we paid for a taxi and went to a bus terminal. And we missed the last bus leaving the terminal, and we decided to walk to my house because we were under 21.
How far away was it from your house?
It was a 4-hour walk.
You're all drunk and on drugs, right?
No, I was the only drunk one. I wasn't on
hours?
drugs. Yeah, we didn't want to call anyone because we were under 21. We didn't want to get in trouble.
You could like.
Wait, what kind of drugs were they? Were they like Red Bull or something?
I think it was like cocaine and ecstasy or something.
Okay.
Sweet.
Were you doing Red
Pretty
Bull and
hardcore
66?
drugs.
Dude, when I was a kid, I used to fucking drink like Red Bull and candy lights at the same time.
Whoa.
Dad fucking walked
Do you
and slept
know
on
what
my
I used to
hand.
do?
What kind of boy did I raise?
You know what I used to do?
Fuck boys.
That I used to drink Coke and also drink Pop Rocks.
Dad, you're in trouble when he hears about this. So, continue.
Yeah, we walked to my house from the bus terminal, and I lost my shoes at a graveyard because we decided it was a good idea to cut through. And I stubbed my toe, it was black and bleeding, and I walked barefoot for about 3-4 hours along a highway full of casinos and hookers and all these like weird guys looking
you were
at us.
Walking on casino hookers?
Probably one of the stupidest things I've done. I probably should have been raped and killed that night, but I wasn't. I was
You had
scared.
it coming.
You get home and
You were
your
asking
fucking
for it.
legs were blistered and ruined.
Yeah, I was looking at those guys. I was licking my lips. I was looking at my dirty ass.
See what that big is? Look,
Does that make you uncomfortable, Chris?
It's a bit slutty.
You
That's
like,
all.
you like dirty feet?
No.
Nikki, let me ask you a question. Like the type of guy, like you see a guy like in a Minecraft outfit, he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey baby, I'll make you explode." Do you A, fuck him, or B, fuck him hard?
My vagina.
That's his pickup line.
My vagina turns into Niagara Falls.
So he has this like notebook. He's like fumbling through the paper. He's like,
I gotta go right
yeah.
here.
He's like, did you hear one about that creeper explosion? No, I already told that one. What about them skeletons shooting arrows? That's weird. They have bones.
Oh God. I might have to kill him. I have to like pull out a knife and.
What if he dodges?
throat.
What if he dodges and starts powering up?
Yeah, he's like, hold on, I got 60 more. Let me get through.
What if he turns into Red Goku?
Turns into Red Goku. Yeah, explain that story.
It's not Red Goku.
Corey, you fucking.
It's not Red Goku. It's God Goku's Red Goku.
No, explain it.
Or Kaioken Goku is Red Goku.
Nikki, explain what Corey did a couple days
No
ago.
such thing as Red Goku.
We're out to dinner, and Zach says, "Are you Red Goku?" And Corey looks at his shirt.
He stares like bewildered.
Stares at his shirt.
Like, no, I was like,
He
Corey.
looks down like he has a stain on his shirt.
What?
I was like, Corey, are you Red Goku? You gave like a
This
bright.
went on for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, Corey, I asked you if you were Red Goku. You gave me a blank stare. You looked really concerned. You looked at your shirt. He was like, what? And I was like, oh, you're Red Goku. And he's like, what?
I thought I was wearing a red shirt.
I was like, what do you? Everyone was baffled. Like, what?
Oh, Corey. I have no idea
Do you guys
why.
ever look
I don't
around?
understand this story.
Do you guys ever look around and look at the people like trying to enjoy their meals, like out on a date with someone, and you could see how uncomfortable.
I always worry about that. Like every time we go
Yeah,
out.
you're always part of it.
No, I'm not.
Because you are.
I'm not. I'm always good.
I had the gosh. I'm always the.
You were screaming the other night in a restaurant
You
or
were
something.
screaming
You
Red
were.
Goku. It's like, are you Red Goku or not?
I was screaming at her because she fucking ate an orange slice and put it on my
Hold on. No, you're not
You were
changing the
screaming. I
topic.
tell you to shut up.
We were talking about Red Goku and fucking like Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Remember when you and Stanford and I have screaming at each other about Frozen? From across the aisle? We were like sitting from adjacent like me, you're like, no, fuck you! Fuck you! And he's like, no, this is bullshit! You guys were screaming at each other.
I don't remember that.
Losers.
I remember we were screaming
The
about.
lady walked up and she's like, yo, want some eggs? And you're like, no, fuck you!
No, I remember we were screaming. You and me were screaming about like a Family Guy Jimmy Neutron crossover.
Yeah, Jeff was like, ugh. We were like, Jeff, if Jimmy Neutron came to the Family Guy universe.
We had to be sure to rope Jeff in.
That's
We're like,
exactly what I
Jeff,
sounded like.
what'd you do? Seriously, Jeff, serious question. You wake up, you hear, oh, I'm in Jeff's world now. Jeff, and you see his hand, he puts his hand out.
Peter?
Jeff, Come to the Unitron world. Jeff, see all my cool inventions.
You guys are shooting up all these Jimmy Neutron characters. I didn't know if you were fucking with anything
Jeff,
or if
what
it
would
was
you do?
real.
Sheen,
What'd you
Carl,
What'd I do?
He puts in, he's like, come to the Unitron world.
Cindy, Mary Lou.
I
Jeff.
politely declined.
Jeff, you wake up. Guys, can I even tell my friend Jeff a question? Jeff,
It's a hypothetical situation. It's not a fucking question.
Jeff,
What?
you sleep in a dreaming of like Minecraft updates and stuff, right? And Jeff, you feel pressure on your penis, and you're like, ooh, what could that be? So like, what is it? You wake up, Cindy from Unitron's rubbing your pussy against you.
Who?
Cindy from Unitron.
She's a 10-year-old girl.
She's like,
She's the hot blonde.
She's
one.
like, yeah, well, give me that dick of yours.
Come on, Jeff,
Give me
answer.
that set
Is
of
that
my
what she sounds
pussy.
like?
Yeah, answer it.
Carl comes in. He brings in his llama.
I'd be terrified. I'd be terrified if there's a
she
crappy
looks
CG
just like she does in the
character.
show.
Okay. Wait, go.
Jeff.
What do I even say to
Jeff.
this?
Just say something.
Carl comes in. He brings his llama.
Hi, Jeff.
She comes
You
in.
guys are
She
speaking
comes in,
Chinese.
throw it
to me.
up to her.
Wait. Okay, new segment. Hypothetical Jeff questions, yes?
Jeff,
Yeah.
you're playing Minecraft.
Yeah, right.
Can I laugh?
You're just laughing and trolling everybody. You're just like laughing because you're killing everyone's like you're just griefing everybody.
That's it. That's
I'm
terrible.
griefing.
Griefing.
Okay.
You see a character with a familiar skin walking in the game. He's like, "Hey Jeff," you're like, "Could it be?" He says, "Yeah." Markiplier. You pass out. You wake up. He's like, "It's me, Jeff. It's not an apparition." It's like he puts out his hand. He's like, "Jeff, come to the real world with me." Do you do it? Jeff, answer!
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Jeff, the sun is beating through his golden locks.
I goddamn lost for words
Character
right now.
reaches for.
His voice booms over the beautiful music playing in the
Yeah.
background.
You drop your pickaxe and move towards.
You fall to your knees.
The creepers don't even follow you. They're just waiting.
They're staring
It's like
at
a
awe.
Lion King thing.
The Endermen look on in
know what?
silence.
Okay. My
podcast
hypothetical situation is
Podcast
way
isn't
better.
fun anymore. Not having fun
You didn't
anymore.
even answer.
Jeff.
What?
Okay, here's my hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
So as you know, there's a new movie coming out, and
What are
Yeah.
you talking like a serial killer?
someone shows up to your door, and he hands you a script. He's wearing a coat, like a shadowy coat thing. You see the
Like
script.
an
Like an
overcoat.
overcoat?
I'm not gonna interrupt you for
A shadowy coat thing. What does that have to do with the movie?
You see the script. You look at you like. You see the script. You see the movie, and it's a.
I don't know what. Did he show me the movie? He brought like a DVD of the movie, or I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll get the good part.
You're reading it. You're reading to it, and then it's like it's all things you distaste. So it's like, is that the word distaste? It's all things you hate.
All right.
So you hate it already. You're like, this is the worst fucking thing I've ever read.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of my house.
It's like one of those movies made by all YouTubers or something, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, Corey?
Not what? Yeah, not what.
What
not
happened?
I was gonna throw a curveball. I don't want to say though.
I thought you were gonna say it's Paul Blart.
I don't want to do. No.
I thought you were doing the Paul Blart thing.
Yeah, here's a question. Why don't you guys go see fucking Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
We
It's
will.
out.
We will see.
That's like a
it's
0%
not out
right
anymore.
now.
Apparently, dude, I heard it's like bad, but there's a really like good scene in the middle of it. Like it's a really like well choreographed like rape scene. It's really emotional. Like it's fucked up. I heard.
Holy shit.
Like he corners like apparently there's like a new hot like gender related. She's like, hey baby, and he's like, I'm gonna rape you. This is real life, bitch. You're gonna die tonight unless you comply with my demands.
Oh my
But it's like
God.
really well done though.
Yeah, no.
It's
you know what
totally
it is?
left field, dude. It's
No, do
fucked
you know
up.
what it is?
Jesus.
It's Happy Madison are trying to get their audience back, and they know what sells is that
Rape is
random
good.
that random rape scenes in
Yeah.
like movies.
Rape is powerful.
Chris, would you
I have a
make
movie
presents? Who's
anecdote.
gonna cut that out and play it back? Rape is good.
Rape is powerful.
I have something to say. I'm gonna, I'm almost half embarrassed to even bring this up, but
Oh no.
You were raped.
yes, but it's something else.
Jesus, Chris.
You know how you guys are always arguing with Frozen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I stay out of that.
endless arguments about Frozen, problems with Frozen, and you guys are always saying that movie fucking Tangled is
Yeah.
better than Frozen. I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is better.
It is. I told you,
It's
dude.
fucking aimed at little girls.
That's exactly though, but that's the thing. It's aimed at little girls, but you can still enjoy it because it's a family
But all
movie.
the characters at the very least act consistent.
Yes.
They don't change their motivations weirdly.
They're
like
the
how-
mostly
story-
likable.
Yeah.
The story is like, you know,
the jokes aren't overdone. Like they know how far to take a joke without like overdoing it.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, and like all the characters, because like
And it looks nice.
it's also not like the same story you grew up with, which I was trying to say, like what's about Rapunzel. It's not really the Rapunzel story you would expect, so they tried a different take on it, which I appreciate. And the whole premises of how she exists in the world and where she gets her powers is told within the first 5
Well,
to 10
can we
minutes.
just attack this in the ass now?
Wait. I want to.
All the comments are going to be shitty on you for saying premise instead of premise. Yeah, Corey, just say that you acknowledge that so people don't really
Oh, okay.
instead of saying premise instead of premises.
I say premises instead of premise, but you know what I mean.
He says Wawa
Okay,
instead of
just wanted to
Wawa.
say it because there's
Wawa
a million fucking
instead of
comments.
Wawa because it just rolls off the tongue better. Premises rolls off the tongue.
We all
better.
have our own words.
I
say
just wanted to
Parmesan.
point that out because I knew all the comments would be premises. Okay, that's what
I don't care
Right.
about these like
Can't
fucking
comment it now,
savants at
idiots.
English, which like fucking
English
show off their
Jeff,
diplomas.
I got a hypothetical for
Okay.
you. You're streaming Five Nights at Freddy's on your PS4. You're getting loads of viewers, right?
Yeah.
And you're making lots of money through donations. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you look to your chat, and people start calling you faggot, and
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on. This has never happened before. And then the comments start flooding. Hashtag sexy Mark sent me. And then the Markiplier appears, calling you faggot.
Jeff, here's what happens for real though. As soon as this comes out, he comes up on screen. He's like,
Why
Jeff,
do I care about this talentless cunt that you working at McDonald's? I don't care.
Jeff, it's me, your favorite guy. Haha.
Ah.
I've hacked the internet,
No,
Jeff.
this is what he's saying. He's like, would you like fries with that burger?
Jeff,
Jeff, what I was
Hello?
saying,
Yes, would you like a medium or large milkshake?
Done.
Jeff, what I was saying originally
What?
was I was saying the guy in the black coat because they're making a new they're making that Freddy game into a movie and he's gonna be in it. And I was gonna
Wait,
say
what?
they're gonna hand you the script and he was like, Jeff, I wanted you to be my stunt devil.
Stunt devil.
Did you say
Yeah.
stunt devil, Corey?
Yeah, Bugabye. He's like, I always felt we shared the same chin.
Alright, we need to stop it, that Corey. That is a fucking showstopper. You cannot move on from that.
You're like
Let's
stunt
sit on
devil?
this for
You're
a
like,
second.
yeah.
Let's fucking dwell on this for as long as we can.
Corey,
What?
Corey, just get the fuck out of here.
I have a question, Corey.
Corey.
What did I do?
If you could live entangled, would you like to be a male Rapunzel?
No, I want to be
Corey,
the male and fuck her.
Coriunzel? Would you live in the tower?
I wanted to fuck her.
Corey, would you throw your pubes down for everyone to grab? That has to be done before, right? People like there's gotta be a parody that's already been done.
Yeah.
What would you do,
People
Corey?
cut
What would you
things
do
into
all day
pubes.
if you lived in a tower
If I lived in a
yourself?
tower?
If you lived in her tower,
Yeah. Would you
Corey
dance
lived in a tower,
around
just
and
beat
I
up
would
all
fuck
day.
her mom.
her witch.
Yeah.
you'd fuck your mom? You mean?
She's not my mom.
You think
She is in the story though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Okay.
What if she got? What if she's like, I'm just gonna stop sucking my power from your hair. I'm gonna get really old. Then would you still do it?
I think over time I would get used to it. So
Would you
yeah.
throw her from the tower?
What?
Would you throw her from the tower?
You know, I'd grab my own hair and go down down my hair, like I'd pull the hair
And leave
go
her
out
up
the
there to
window.
die?
So if she was running errands for you, she said, Corey, what do you want for your birthday? I'll get you something from the forest.
From the forest.
Yeah. You know, like she gets Rapunzel like her hair paint or whatever.
Oh, I would get her. I would ask her.
This is just like, I don't want a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's, and she's like, that doesn't exist in this universe, Corey.
I don't want a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's. I've said this before. It's one of those movies that everyone hates it. I like it, but there's specific scenes I like that make it a movie I could rewatch.
Corey, what would you do if you went back to medieval times and there's no Dunkin' Donuts? Corey's face just dropped real time.
Corey just fucking got
It
shot.
looks like he got told his parents died in the fire or something. He was like,
I think I saw a tear forming.
So there's no Dunkin' Donuts?
There's no Dunkin' Donuts.
It's medieval times, dummy.
I would.
This is not Dunkin' Donuts.
I would invent Dunkin' Donuts.
people
I would
stab you
use-
50 times.
I would use
People
mule
throw you in the
piss.
mud.
I would use mule piss and mud, and I would make my own Dunkin' Donuts, and I would call it I would call
You
it.
don't think people
I
would
would
sip
call
that,
it.
spit it out immediately, and then kill you? For witchcraft?
I would call it Ye Dunkin' Donuts.
You would I think any of us say
No,
I
I
would
would be
die
like,
so fast.
excuse me, young
Dunkin'
sir.
Donuts.
Try my coffee, and then you try it.
Oh dear, what is this? What the fuck?
Henry would summon you and behead you, you fucking idiot.
What is he'd be
I
like,
don't think Henry would enjoy it.
You would not!
I understand that people need to keep their image. They can't deal in peasants. But it's one of those things where it's like he would wear his like
okay, let's do a
ragged
roleplay.
robe, come down and try my mule piss coffee.
Corey, let's do a roleplay. Jeff is the king. You just submit to Dunkin' Donuts.
Excuse me, sir, king.
Yes, I'm the king. Yeah.
I've no.
I have
No,
a
you have
problem.
to say, I'm King
I've
Jeff.
called you here to the court because one of our fine Knights of the Round Table came into your establishment this morning.
It was me.
In his brand new armor, and you gave him an extra large Ye Dunkin' Donuts coffee with a shitty lid on it, and it spilled all over his brand new stainless steel armor.
That is the thing,
and he
though.
wishes to
Hold
behead
on,
you in
hold on.
the town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
the town
segue.
square.
I'm gonna
really
segue back
mad.
into the story, but that's the thing. First of all, I will ban future extra
Corey,
large
you gotta be
coffee
careful,
lids on
Ziploc,
coffee.
Corey.
No, this is like segueing out. This is like the author coming, poking his head out of the movie to say it.
Don't Kevin Smith it. You can't Kevin Smith it, Corey.
Shut up, I'm fucking Kevin Smith again. I'd be like, yeah, in this universe, there's no extra large coffee lids, so there's not cut.
You ruined my armor, you piece
Get
of...
back to the club.
Was it? All right, he would say a knight. He's like, this knight wishes to behead you for ruining his armor. It's like, how do you defend yourself? You're like, I'll let you tell your side of the story.
I'm walking towards you, Sir Corey.
What was wrong with my coffee?
I spilled it all over
Yeah.
my chin, you piece of shit.
Well, that's because you
What is it?
are nearsighted. You need glasses.
Look, I was sitting right there watching him drink his coffee.
Oh yeah, you're right. All hail King Corey.
Boo!
No, here's what would really happen.
What happened to the old king?
Here's what would really happen. I'd be
He's
like,
right there.
sir, before I am beheaded, please try my delicious yay coffee, and then I give it
Corey,
to
they
you.
would kill you more brutally if they tried fucking donkey piss and mud.
Try to imagine the mule piss isn't there.
Do you try
That'd
it?
be like the third
And
act
then
of a
what do you
movie.
say?
That'd be like the last 5 minutes of a movie where you're like, look,
like-
sir.
Like, wow, you are. I don't know. Yeah, what could I do worse than just behead you in the town
What
square?
would you say when you tasted it? What would you say? You're like, this is the foulest shit I've eaten.
There you go. Yeah.
Say it.
This is the.
I like your
I can't act like a goddamn. You're asking me to roleplay as a king who just drank mule piss or whatever.
Yeah.
Acting, Jeff.
You gotta get
It's
into
why we're all
This is,
acting.
You gotta say something like that.
There.
You
This
mule
coffee
piss.
is
Yeah, you say thou,
bad.
Say that would die for no reason.
This is bad coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, but isn't there a bit of a punch in it? You're not used to it. You're used to drinking old gray water, but you haven't tried my mule piss coffee, sir. This is new. I'm telling you, it'll catch on. People will drink it. The taste will be stuck in their mouth forever, but it'll keep them awake in
Maybe
the
I'd
morning.
offer you a job as the court jester. Be like, you have to close down your coffee shop. You can be the court
My
jester.
king, the coffee is good, but we should still kill him.
Why is he fucking like a weird, like, Smeagol character? What's that guy's name? Igor?
We must kill him.
Yeah, don't do mine.
I love your logic, by the way. You're like, try this mule piss coffee, but it's not coffee, it's just mule piss. There's nothing coffee about it.
Just mud and mule piss and little chunks of plague rat.
Yeah, but it's like it's an early form of coffee. Nobody knows what coffee is yet.
It's not what's coffee about that? It's just mule piss.
Wouldn't you want to take this opportunity
It's
to
like
invent
taking a rock,
coffee,
it's like having a
Corey?
rock
Why don't you
hamburger,
just go
it's a
get some
fucking
coffee
rock.
beans?
Yeah, but it's a rock hamburger.
Why don't you actually roast your own coffee beans? Would you do
Corey,
that?
if you got sent back
We're
to
in
time,
the old times.
you would find an old abandoned barn and you would sit in the mud drawing porn until you died of plague.
That's true.
Somebody would see you
I
drawing
would
tits.
take pictures of it with my Polaroid and give it
Corey
to
would be in a cave drawing titties and little dicks.
People would walk in
I would
and
invite people.
confused and kill you.
At first, it's like, please don't make fun of it. It's my first
I
time.
wonder if the one guys back then used to just draw the report and beat up in their house and like crumple it up and throw it away.
I always thought the funniest part of that Monty Python movie wasn't the jokes, it was just the fact all the peasants sit around in muds throwing mud into piles
That's
all
the
day.
funniest part of the movie, yeah. How'd they talk again?
They just talk like nice British people.
No, there's the one character that who's like talks like a fucking weirdo.
So my
It's a really high pitched voice. I can't remember.
would I
forget.
be beheaded afterwards? The cold coffee thing?
Yeah, and then they pour the mule piss down your neck hole and hang you up on the fucking cross outside the village to warn other people.
They like boil the mule piss to a fucking scalding temperature and pour it down my throat. So
They impale your head and call you the mule piss peasant retard.
And then you steal my idea and make you Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I'm the fucking inventor now.
This is a good story. Mm-hmm. Dunkin' Donuts.
The legend of the boy who got sent back in time to medieval times to
Nikki,
create shit copy.
You can have a lot of
Oh,
insight.
Nikki, you're a guest. Hello.
I'm over here.
Hey, let's. You can talk about this. You can open your fucking trap about this. Let's talk about art college.
Oh yeah,
Oh
very
yeah, tell us
passionate
about school.
art college. So you all went to high school, hopefully, right?
Yes, you can
Did anyone else drop out? I dropped out a sophomore year.
Oh, I graduated,
I graduated barely because I'm a
but I didn't
retard.
graduate college.
Did you finish high school, Jeff?
I did, yeah.
Chris?
I dropped out.
You know a lot
High
of
school?
dropouts.
Oh no, I stayed in high. Sorry, I dropped out of college.
Yeah, no, I left high school sophomore year because I thought it was bullshit.
It is.
You dropped out of high school?
Yep.
School's bullshit.
I
Gross.
would have rather stayed home and worked on art than
Smoked dank weed.
Well,
You say
yeah.
I wanted to smoke the dank weed.
Your parents sound cool. My parents would have beheaded me if I did that.
So art college.
Art college
Art
is
college.
not necessary.
No, I never thought it was. And then people ask that all the time.
Do you have the experience of pretentious fucks, as they say in art college? Did you have that experience?
You know, I went to community college and I took some life drawing classes and that's all I needed. I realized afterwards, like, it's just a waste of money.
No, yeah.
Do you have to get like your GED or something from high school before you can go to college?
Yeah.
The one I went to, yes, but I don't think it's necessary all the time. I don't know what the rules
How
are
did you
nowadays.
get in there?
Yeah.
I showed them my titties.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Like, oh, those are big.
You really got in that one?
Nice.
You can't show
Look,
your
link to our
balls.
titties below.
But I don't think art college is necessary.
No, because it's one of those things. Like I've never learned. I never went to art school.
Excuse me.
When I went to art in class, it was just my teacher taught belittling me and saying I'll never make anything. Like
Yeah, did you ever like draw and they're like, oh, that's anime? It's like,
yeah.
no.
Can I say, maybe it's a little bit controversial, but I feel like cartoons are harder to draw. A good cartoon style is harder to do
No, it is.
than a realistic realism, because I feel like anybody with enough practice can really get like life drawing down. Is that too far to say?
No.
Anybody with dedication can do that, but to then take real life and caricaturize it and kind of simplify
Life
it,
drawing is
it's hard.
life drawing.
Is that fair to say?
No, no,
I mean, a cartoon
in an appealing way. I mean,
It has a very unique set of rules that you have to follow.
Yeah.
Me and Zach were saying that if you like spent your life become the world's greatest photorealism drawer, no one would even care in the end because there's nothing unique about it.
That's what always gets all the attention on the internet's like, oh, look what I did. I traced and copied. I'm
Yeah, it's
the
like I
human
drew my friend that
photocopier
looks like my
copied a
friend.
photo.
It's like,
It
that's
takes,
nice.
it takes a huge amount of skill, but no one will really care in the end anyway.
I would honestly say there's probably 5 art styles that I really like. That I like artists who have art styles where I go, that's a good art style. Maybe 5, maybe 6 tops. But as far as so I think it's hard to characterize stuff and simplify it in a way that's really appealing and aesthetically, just nice. It's good.
I'm just I feel like because
That's just me though.
no, when I do
I'm an
art,
idiot.
when I do art and I'm doing like proportional stuff and I'm like that, I'm like, I don't want to do it exactly on model with a reference, so I try to like cartoonify it. So I have like this weird hybrid cartoon style because because it's like I was saying, like proportional stuff, like when you see a picture of a certain angle, sometimes it just looks weird because you're not used to, even though it's accurate, like if somebody's looking back and their head looks 6 times bigger than their fucking body, you're just like, that looks retarded. So when people draw that same exact thing, they'll make the head smaller because realistically that's what you would think it would look like. And normal people would do that if they were doing like the sort of like realistic thing. They would do the big head thing, but I just feel aesthetically it looks more appealing when you like exaggerate more and do more interesting stuff. That's what cartoons are. It's just like exaggerating features.
I think it's safe to say that I've seen way more art styles that are cartoony where I've gone, that's fucking disgusting. To my taste, I'm just like, that looks nasty. Like,
Makes you want to puke.
Yeah, seriously, there are maybe like 3 or 4 TV shows where like, that's a nice art style. So it's way easier to fuck up a cartoon style than it is to, because if you do a realism drawing and you kind of make it look a little wonky, it's like, oh, that's pretty good. It's really hard to royally fuck up a realism style. Again, that's just me though, but it's really easy to have a severely unappealing cartoonish style. It's like, oh, they added too many facial details, or oh, they made the hands too big or something.
Or they put specific details.
Exactly, it's super easy to make that look bad. And so to find a good balance of simple yet, yet it shows what's going on. It's hard.
Yeah, it's weird how like little things can really change something. Like my dad started drawing recently. He stopped now because he gave up. But when he was like, he was getting really into drawing like portraits because he was watching this TV show that was like the X Factor of portrait drawing. My dad was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a portrait drawer," and he started sending me pictures of like my sister when her teeth like grew up. Fucking, he put the lines in between each tooth so it looked like fucking creepy old lady and shit.
My point is, that was realism though, so it still looked, so it still wasn't like. The Poulsen was like, no, that's not that good.
But even in realism, if you put like big black lines between each tooth, you look like a fucking like redneck.
My point is, you weren't like.
It's hard to
even though you acknowledged it wasn't a very great drawing, you're still like that still looks alright.
Yeah, no, but
that's my point. It's way easier to make something look like bad with a cartoon style. Like, that looks bad. They made like it's like adding a cartoony head with a realistic ear or something. Like that's disgusting.
Dad, if you're listening, I thought your pictures were great. You shouldn't have given up.
I feel bad for people who are super talented at making a traditional lifelike drawing, and they're just they can capture your face.
Yeah.
But there's nothing for them.
There's no character
nowadays.
to it.
But like just with technology, like someone who's really good at charcoal, like they can't make a living. I don't think.
No.
You also have to adapt too. So if you're not good at this, well then try to branch off to the closest thing that will get you a living.
That's weird too when people post something like that. All the comments are like, "You're so good, you can make a living at this." Like,
doing what though? It's like, I can draw a chair and make it look like a chair. It's like cool, but
it's like
I can take Photoshop and add a fucking sketch filter to it.
Yeah. And look, we're not fucking dissing you bros who can draw stuff good, like, but it takes a lot of talent, it takes a lot of skill, but we're saying, I'm a specialist, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I think being able to draw a good, appealing cartoon style is way underappreciated in comparison to drawing a really realistic style.
No, I agree. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
You being a damn good president. That's what.
Yeah. Quite I'm saying. You could run the platform and be like, "Sir, what is your opinion on the balloon deficit?" You'd be like, "I don't know about that. First of all, fuck you."
God. Fuck you.
Sir, President
First of all,
okay, come on.
listen.
Jeff, let's
all right, you know what I'm tired of? I'm
on.
tired of parakeets, parrots, fucking macaws, and all these motherfuckers who repeat what I say over and over. Listen, first of all, listen.
Jeff, let's play your off and play. Jeff,
first of all, I don't have enough fucking saltine crackers to fill their goddamn mouth.
Jeff, let's play President Corey, okay? Jeff, we're there interviews, okay?
Yeah.
So,
President Corey.
So,
you guys first question.
Mr. Corey, or President Corey, that is. You're running for re-election. What is your policy on Israel?
They're the ones they wear this stuff and show their ankles, right?
Pardon me, sir? What is your policy on Israel? Do you believe in the two-state solution, sir?
We gotta get more foot jobs, more foot job focused stuff there.
Sir, what is your policy on the two-state solution? Do you support that or oppose that?
If they can only show their ankles, we gotta pass a law to at least be able to show half their face.
He's so right.
We have a second question here from another reporter.
There's rumors Saudi Arabia is trying to clone Osama bin Laden and bring him back from the dead. What do you plan to do about that?
Build big robots.
This is why I voted for him.
We love you, Press Corey.
Mr. President, your adversary has said multiple times that you have caused $40 trillion in debt over 4 years. How is that possible? Where did all the money go to?
I spent it on stuff I needed at the time.
Like what?
Like personal stuff.
Corey. President Corey, could you answer for the $300 billion data center in Nevada that organizes the world's porn, but you've been ignoring global warming? What do you say to that?
Sir, I'd like to point out, to add on his question, sea levels have risen 10 feet. Most of Florida's underwater.
Hold on.
President Corey, how do you explain the shortage of Pokemon cards and Sonic the Hedgehog figures?
Wait, sir.
I like that guy's question better.
Sir.
Explain it!
President Corey, like I said before, global warming has caused a 10-foot high sea level rise that's caused thousands of deaths.
Speak on behalf of this guy.
And all you keep talking about is a platform based on fruit snacks and salty crackers for all. So people are dying in your country.
Where are the Sonic figures?
Hold on. declassify it. Weather will happen. It'll get hot, it'll get cold, just deal with it. Second of all, the figures are coming. They're coming.
You've been saying that for 15 years.
We're making them different flavors so kids can suck on them and they don't, at least when they choke, flavor in their mouth.
Woo, thank you.
The person calling, I got autism, but I was wondering, I forgot my question, sorry. I'm also autistic.
Thank you, that was President Cole, everyone.
Thank you. No more questions.
Oh, okay.
He's got some 1993 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons to watch.
Don't bother me while I'm working.
Sits in the Oval Office watching Sonic in the 90s.
Yeah. We had an interview with President Cole today who was watching Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons.
Setting him, to be specific.
Mr. Cole, what do you think of a rock? Oh, no, why not? But Sonic the Hedgehog eats chili dogs. That's really fucking sweet. That's all I know about that.
Listen, realistically,
Listen, Cole, what do you think of Sonny Raymond developing nukes? Dude, Dr. Raymond's an asshole. Why does he always bother Sonic? What do you ever do to him?
I like other stuff besides Sonic. I like Dragon Ball Z. How about putting some Dragon Ball Z in this beat?
Fuck you, Cole.
We are funding super soldiers to act just like Goku in the
We are
heat of
trying to
battle.
build a real Naruto. He's our secret super weapon.
And I'm gonna come to the podium and be like,
We are mixing animals until they form a Naruto.
we are inventing the fusion as seen in Dragon Ball Z episode. I would say it's around the Boo Saga.
We are building a
No
real
one further questions. And then I would be shot.
You'd be killed in the first day of office.
Assassinated.
Yeah.
I would be at the point and be like,
Cole, I would be terrified.
Like 16
They would put you in Guantanamo, you
It
monster.
would be it would be like
Cole, let me-
RoboCop. I'd be shot so much my arms would blow off.
Who would shoot you in the head? Who would do the last shot?
All women and children.
What? Together?
Yeah.
Cole, let me give you one last President Cole thing, right? Worst thing to ever hit America. A dirty bomb goes off in Times Square, New York. 1 million people dead. You have to make a speech to your people, to your citizens. What do you say?
I'm sorry. This is devastating to everyone and everyone else in the world. So we decided to put a big blanket over the explosion. That way, we can save money on resources and we can say goodnight to all of them.
You're
Put them
gonna
all to
spend
sleep.
like $50 million knitting a huge blanket to throw over New York's
Put
hole.
corpses in the fucking smoldering ashes, you freak. What are you talking about?
The blanket's just gonna get sticky and rot over the city.
You don't know what kind of blanket it is.
What's it made out of?
What's it made out of? Cole, what's it made out of?
It's that blue tarp shit.
Oh, that solves everything.
Cole, does it or does it not have Big Sonic the Hedgehog face on top? Alright, let's end this fucking segment, Jesus Christ.
A giant Sonic the Hedgehog memorial over fucking
The astronauts are looking
This is
down.
9/11 times like a million.
I know.
And you put fucking Sonic the Hedgehog smiling.
It's only decided like just put a big tarp over it and walk.
Oh, throw a fucking blanket over it.
Sonic wagging his finger up at the fucking satellites. Looking
The
down.
astronauts are like throwing up in space.
Meanwhile, fucking Iraq is laughing its ass off.
Yeah, because
What? They got
Fucked up,
Sonic.
dude. They have like a
what they
brown
wanted.
Sonic.
They got brown Sonic.
I should have said that. Alright, let's move on.
anyways, that's my presidential
You
campaign.
should have said that. Alright,
So Nikki, what color shoes
Hashtag
do you want?
Corey 2016.
hashtag brown Sonic. Alright.
Nikki.
Yes.
He doesn't use rings, he
you
uses
asked something
rupees.
about artistry. Being an artist.
You're back to art school.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Maybe
hours
Nuclear
later.
devastation. So going from a Sonic the Hedgehog top over nuclear devastated New York.
Where you brought up
back to art
Sonic?
school.
You brought up Sonic. You brought up my supposed addiction.
God bless you, Corey.
What do you guys think of Sonic fan art on DeviantArt?
I don't like Sonic fan art unless it's like.
What do you think of Sonic original characters? Have you ever made a Sonic original character?
I never did, but I was a fan
but I
of it
was
as a
really
kid.
bad at it, so I kind of stopped.
Is it Corey the Hedgehog?
No, it was
Corey
never
the
It
cat.
wasn't like a blue Sonic with a green coat. Or blue Sonic with a green coat.
It was Sonic with Corey's glasses and a haircut.
Corey, if you could make like an Avengers type team out of like cartoon characters,
Fucking
who
Christ,
would be
Jeff.
like your cartoon dream team?
This will be chaos, Jeff. Why'd you set this up?
Jesus.
So finally I've crossed the
Cartoon
line.
Dream Team.
It's like would Sonic be the leader?
No, Sonic would die.
And like the apple.
Why would he die, Corey?
Yeah, how would he die?
What's that pony called? Apple pie?
Sonic
apple
would get his head
something?
stepped on by Peter Griffin,
He'd
Homer
choke on a
Simpson,
chili
Goku, Squidward.
Yeah, I would have Goku, Squidward, Peter Griffin.
Hold on. Let me go. It's my thing. Okay? Goku, SpongeBob, Peter Griffin, Squidward.
Fuck you, Corey.
Tommy Pickles,
Big the Cat.
Goku Jr., aka Gohan.
Shield.
We need a big robot.
Skeeter from Doug.
Skeeter from Doug will be the big robot. Yeah.
Lino or Panthro. No Thundercats.
They're
No
pussies.
Thundercats?
I guess I could throw in an 80s cartoon.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
He-Man.
Do the rat
Street
guy.
Sharks?
Do Rat Boy.
Street
Yes!
Sharks?
Street Sharks, yes!
I used to watch that show.
What about the Silverhawks? What about that little monkey Silverhawk with the chrome armor? Do you remember him? Never mind.
I need to call up Harry and ask him some 80s
You'd like him,
cartoons.
Chris. He's a monkey.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
He's
monkeys.
a little monkey.
Okay.
He can fly.
What about you, Nikki?
I would make him...
I know, but on the monkey thing, I've watched so many fucking gorilla videos since I've been here. I'm trying to keep a tally of how many times Chris comes over. He's like, look at this funny video.
It's a monkey.
And it's a gorilla throwing shit.
Yeah, it's just a screaming gorilla.
And Chris is laughing. He's got the biggest
It's
grin.
weird
It's
because
fucking
Chris
Christmas
sits on
morning.
he sits on his ass and rocks back and forth and claps his hands like a monkey. he turns into a monkey whenever he watches those.
Chris is in a transition right now.
I like monkeys. I like apes. I like mighty great apes.
But they're scary.
They're not.
They're violent.
They're gentle giants to go.
Yeah.
Are you sure they
If
do
you
that?
let them sniff your hair, if you don't, they'll rip your skin off and give it back to
Corey,
you.
you need to know. You need to know the correct touch. You need to walk up, put your hand on the big gorilla's huge forehead, and you just say "Hi-yo."
What if I did this?
And then he's yours.
What if I did this to the gorilla?
He has to be your slave for a million years.
What if I did this to the gorilla?
Explain what you're doing, Corey.
Beat your hands
Wait, I
together.
have a question. I have a question for Chris.
Yeah.
I did the remove the thumb trick. What would the gorilla do then?
If a gorilla and a bear were in a fight, who do you think would win?
The gorilla would fucking rip the bear's head off and throw it at a bear.
Bears are fucking
the
like
bear
a
could get a
grizzly
couple-
bear.
No, but a gorilla would be like, oh, and then he would pick up the bear and throw him into the sun.
Like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but the bear has teeth and claws.
Yeah, but have you seen a gorilla's fangs? They're fucking huge.
Jeff.
Do gorillas bite people?
Yes. Do
Jeff,
bears have opposable thumbs? Didn't think so. Do bears have fucking hands on their feet? I didn't
No,
think
bears
so.
have strong ass teeth.
Do bears
up
do
here.
bears have fucking cinder block foreheads? I didn't think so.
Like that though. What? What's
Jeff,
up
I
there?
got a serious question.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah, very serious.
Mm-hmm.
Different, like changing the pace for the podcast for once.
Finally.
Who would win in a fight?
Yeah.
Here we come.
The Terminator or Tito from Rocket Power? Now answer carefully,
I've
Jeff.
never. Who's Tito from Rocket
Oh, it's the worst cartoon ever.
He gives life advice from the ancient Hawaiians.
He's like,
He
hello,
wears
Tito.
flip flops.
The voice actor died from brain cancer. Like,
Who's the other
the show
one?
was canceled.
Really?
Yeah, that's real. He
Who's
dead.
the other one?
As the ancient
The
Hawaiians used to
T-1000?
The
say.
ancient Hawaiians, you say, "Ow, my brain!" Oh,
Zach,
what?
come on.
The other one?
He's not gonna hear me. He's fucking dead.
Who would win?
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember in that show when Tony Hawk
Yeah,
was
Tony
on
Hawk!
it? And they hyped it up so much.
Yeah.
And when you watched it, he was at the very end. It was
Yeah.
like 1 minute.
And
And,
he's a
you're
fucking-
like, that was it?
He's a fucking orange blob on the screen that they drew really badly.
Yeah, he's like, wow, you guys got some rad skill. You want to skate? And it's over.
Yeah, at the beginning of the episode, it's like, whoa, it's Tony Hawk! And it's like, he does a flip, and then he's shitty looking, and he doesn't look anything like Tony Hawk. He's this orange dude with yellow hair and a helmet. Bye, Zach.
Zach, where are you going?
He's going upstairs to watch Tony Hawk and Rocket Power.
Rocket Power.
There's the P again. You have to say that thing about the artistry.
You fucker, get up!
wanted to
Come
ask
on, get
Art
down
history?
with
The artist.
sickness!
Being an artist, successful artist, or whatever.
Oh.
Getting your
Who would
start.
win in a fight? Mm-hmm. Marty McFly
Whoa.
or
T-1000.
Mark Summers,
Marty
the
McFly.
host of the Nickelodeon game shows Double Dare.
Marty
Marty McFly, because he has the hoverboard and he can just.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
but
would
Mark Summers has a lot of slime though.
He would throw dirt on Mark Summers and Mark Summers loses shit. It's fucking OCD. He'd like wash his skin off and that'd be the end of it.
Mark Summers would spray Marty with slime, and Marty would be like, "Whoa, this is heavy," and then he'd drown and die. Okay, Zach has a real topic. What is
I'm
it?
not even puppy. Seriously, you. And our guest, what's her face, can fucking talk about it. So well, that's good.
Clitdax. Go.
Establishing yourself as an artist.
There we go.
Yes,
First, you walk onto
recently-
internet. You show your picture.
Show your pussy.
You
Show
make sure to
Go to
include
chat,
your
mate.
signature.
Go on, chat.
Nikki, talk about establishing yourself as an artist.
Alright, recently I left my office job after 2 years. And I did a lot of stupid paperwork there. And now I'm trying to do art full time, which I'm not really sure what that means, but so far I've only done commissions and I don't like doing commissions. So I'm trying to figure out how to establish yourself as an artist.
What I first did when I started out, because like getting noticed and stuff, first of all, you're already established. People know your art. They think you're very good at what you do, and people know and they see it. So you're not really in the area where people are still like, hey, look at me. You're out of that. But I guess establishing it now is kind of like making it
solidifying.
Some points, like how can I make enough money where I am?
I would say this, like the hardest part is what you've already done. The hardest part, let's use an airplane as an analogy. The hardest part is taking off. Once you get in the air, you're good. You just need to stabilize it at that point.
Yeah, you're basically.
So you've already established your brand of who you are. I would just say.
Here's what hold on, like to go on what you're saying, because that's a good analogy. Here's where you basically are. You're at that point where they're telling you can turn on your cell phones and computers now. That's where you are. So you're at the top point where the flight has just started. Now you can start doing shit.
Now you can fuck around.
I
would just say always be aware of. This is a big problem with artists, because artists are terrible business people, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just say be conscious of what is going on and what's going to keep you afloat, but that also you want to do. Like a lot of people, I'm trying to give examples. A lot of people will refuse to be consistent. Be consistent. So like for this shitty podcast that everyone hates, we should all kill ourselves. And we're all guns. I'm gonna buy a gun. I'm gonna kill myself in the mouth with a gun. The bullet's gonna hit my brain and kill me. But
do sawed-off shotguns.
No.
Wait. Before that, I think it'd be really funny. What are those contraptions called where it's like you set one thing off and it's like continuous?
Jeff talked about this a lot of times. This is Jeff's suicide method.
Yeah,
that would be very funny.
That's Jeff's suicide
Rube
method.
Goldberg, isn't it? Is that what it's called?
What?
The Rube Goldberg?
Yeah, I think.
That's like the name of the guy that invented it, I guess.
But anyways, my point is, we release this podcast every Friday. I would say that's the first of it, is being consistent. Then I would start to branch out once you have consistency. Once you start getting money from doing anything consistently, start finding other ways of income, and then use that income to start branching out however you can. I think that's important. Is to just branch out and don't stay stagnant. Don't just plateau.
Yeah, expand.
If you plateau, you're gonna stay plateau. You might even lose some money.
Yeah. For instance, I used to back in the day specifically use YouTube only, and YouTube in like Newgrounds. I use nothing else. And only recently, maybe like a few years ago, I've gotten in Twitter and Facebook and Tumblr, and I use all that stuff to expand my art. And it helps because it gets more people. Because some people don't use Twitter a lot. Some people use only Twitter and don't use Facebook.
So how would I use YouTube if I just draw? Like I don't.
You could
I
do
don't
speed
animate.
paints.
For you, I
art.
think it's a big example. I would say find the equivalent of it. So basically, look what you could do and then grab that. Look what you could do if you expanded. So think of what you would do if you're going to expand.
Yeah, for instance, if you did an art thing, you did a big art thing, people sometimes want to see the process of that. Like Shad uploads speed arts all the time when he gets a chance, and people like seeing that. You can upload that to YouTube, and you can put the art stuff on your like site you want to do. And then if you had a consistent art, because you have a very fun like cartoon style, and you could have a site where you have people do comics and stuff and stay consistent, and then people could look up specifically stuff from you. You could do stuff on your Twitter and just interact.
Also, I'd like to point out Shadman,
Yeah.
a good friend of the podcast.
Ew.
Whoa.
Ew.
Oh, fuck off.
Hello, I am Shadman.
No, but he only draws too. But what he'll do is he'll put on YouTube and put speed paints.
Yeah.
Of him drawing and do a time lapse.
Yeah, I love those.
So there's a lot of ways you can do. I would just say don't think inside the box. Think of it. What ways can I expand? How do I get to those goals? And how do I keep from fucking imploding myself? Because once I say, if you crawl in a swamp and you fucking stabilize in the air, you got to keep going. You have to keep getting momentum. You can't just stagnate. That's the most important thing I would say is establish yourself. But I mean, I think we could all talk about too even the first step of how you establish yourself. A lot of people can't make it that far. That's hard for a lot of people too.
Yeah, I guess, also kind of establishing yourself is doing that thing that, kind of doing something that makes you stick out.
Yeah.
Like,
not even, I would say be original. Yeah.
Because, like, Shad does lots of, Shad does art of all categories. He doesn't have, like, because... And I'm kind of the same way. I don't like the idea of doing boring art like porn and stuff anyone else can see. Anyone can see a girl fucking a guy. Anyone can see a girl with big old titties hanging out.
Nice.
Anyone can see a dude sitting there with his dick hanging out. But then there's specific things people want to see that nobody sees. And it's like, I want to do that. I want to make the stuff that nobody sees but wants to see. And you know there's people out there who like that stuff but don't want to say it. So you do that, and that establishes you as like, oh, he does this stuff. And then that kind of expense. But that's more important.
I would just say, as far as establishing yourself, I wouldn't, because that's a broad thing. If you're a cartoonist or an animator or a musician, do whatever makes you unique. I would say don't try to be unique, just be yourself, as gay as that sounds. Yeah. Not to fucking Mr. Rogers it up here, but just just do what you want to do. Don't think, oh, Minecraft parodies are all do those for now. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do stuff that's
if you want to do parodies and get a little bit of a bigger audience to start off, that's fine. But parody stuff you like. So don't jump on the fucking Flappy Bird because it's the hottest thing for this week. If you're gonna parody stuff or do anything like that to get a bigger audience, that's fine, but just make sure it's genuine. And you can look back in 5 years and laugh at it.
And actually, make it actually funny if you're going to at least do that.
Yeah, that's something we talked about. Because it's like, if you're thinking about it, and this is something that I think we talked about a while ago, that when you die, what do you want to be remembered for?
Let's talk about our shittiest cartoons ever and why we made them.
The shittiest thing you've ever made.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What's the shittiest thing you made in the story about?
Cloud robbery. I'll say it. Cloud robbery. I hate that. And let me clarify. Let me footnote this.
All right.
Let me assert this. Jeff did a great job with the clown. I'm proud of the animation I did that. I'm proud of everything except for the writing. The writing of that is filth. I hate the writing of that. And I think Jeff salvaged it the best he could with his voice acting, but I butchered that cartoon so badly, and I spent so long on it that I hate it.
You're way too hard on yourself.
Maybe I am, but...
It's like... It's not bad at worst. It's not bad at all.
That's my point. That's why I hate it.
If it was like horrible, then you should kill yourself. But it's not bad.
The fact that it's not even horrible, entertaining, it's also not great. It's like a weird.
I like it. It's not bad.
It's still better than almost everything on animated on YouTube.
It was because I was rusty and I was trying to come back after like a year. I was like, oh, this is my big comeback video. And I just fucking hated it.
It's really weird coming back from not doing
That's what I mean. I was just like, oh, that's how you do videos, right? The feedback was alright, but it was one of those things where I was super insecure with the small things.
Yeah.
So the one out of like every 1,000 comments, I was like, the writing was terrible. I was like, oh!
Yeah, you're fucking
they know!
Well, we should append this. You should say, you guys should say what you feel like your worst was and what you think your fans think the worst was.
Oh, I think my fans probably hate Pokemon the worst, and that's one of those videos that I hate.
Have I seen Pokemon?
It's really bad. It's one of those videos that I hate, but it's not like Cloud Robbery. Like I can watch Pokemon and laugh like that's terrible. Yeah, it's a funny kind of. I hate it.
Pokemon is the
it's
funniest
just bad.
shit.
You just laugh at it.
My worst one is the Wacky Game Jokes parody I made.
I like that one. I love that one.
That's the worst one I ever made.
I like it when the hair goes backwards.
Was that a parody of wacky game jokes for kids or something? Okay.
Yeah, it was just random nonsense. Like that's all it was. It was just try hard randomness. There's no sense to it. It's.
I like the part where he punches her and bites her vagina off.
Yeah, it's like that. Just sounds like a fucking guy who's like, guys, isn't this funny? Put me in your scriptwriting team. Like it's fucking gay, but I guess people. Look, that's my worst.
Nal walked in at the perfect moment. Nal, Pokemon, ain't it the best?
Pokemon, okay, wait. There's the thing that makes me laugh most about Pokemon is the fact that Zach just started getting popular at the time, so I like just to think of him scrambling to make shit, just to be like, oh, I have to keep up with all my new fans, and he just makes something that it's pretty much unintentionally the perfect formulaic Flash cartoon. It's brilliant. It's a masterpiece in its own way.
It's weird. Not to compare myself to anybody that is remotely good, but Larry David ever talked about he compared it to a game of golf or a game of sex or even comedy where if he plays a really bad game of golf, the next game he plays is really good. And I feel like that with my videos, I feel like if I do a really, really bad video, if I do the worst video, the next video is always the best one. If you look at my videos, look at the release dates, I feel like my worst videos and my best videos were always back to back. At least to me. Because they'll do a really bad one, they'll be like, oh, fuck it, I don't even care. Fuck these people, these idiots. And I'll make a video and be like, fuck you. And they're like, oh, I like this. I'll be like, all right, I'm not that bad. And I'll make a video and be horrible because I have this weird ego going into it. It's a weird... Does anybody else feel like that? Like, do you have a weird kind of flow to it?
Yeah.
It's like organic or something.
You might try to experiment and it doesn't go as well.
Exactly.
Do you ever get mad something's too popular?
What's that?
You ever get mad like you ever get mad something you make is too popular and too quoted? Like your
my R2 video got exploded and then people were constantly
I got tired of the ego rapture.
Yeah, ego rapture was quoted a lot.
I'm fucking sick. I'm sick of fucking Dragon's Ball P.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm so sick of it.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry I made that. I'm sorry.
Ego Rapture still, like, when I did that thing for Aaron, I was still getting people quoting Ego Rapture. It's like, it's good to see things just can't die. They just live.
It's called Ego Rapture.
Rapture, yeah.
Okay, can I talk about two things?
Yeah.
Did she answer, Chris? You big dick.
This bitch?
This fucking slut right here.
This fucking coon.
Disco.
What's the worst thing ever made? What's the worst thing ever made?
Shaking her guns around.
Come on, bitch.
Come on, answer, lady. Come on. Come on, show daddy what you got.
Shake those hot topics.
I don't make offensive cartoons like you guys.
You
bad guys over here, you criminals.
Good.
You offensive pieces of shits.
What's something you're like, man, I wish I had not have done that, put that out? There's nothing you've done where you're like, I should not have done that?
No, I try to stay away from that. I try not
so
to offend
vain.
people.
Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you.
Little Miss G-rated over here.
That you thought was
She's not drawing all of us like dead half the time all day.
Whatever.
Wait, can I say one thing? No, two things. Okay, wait.
One thing,
Wait, I was in a Skype call. Should I talk? Fuck.
What is it?
Zach, many years ago, I was in a Skype call with you. I said, Zach, I can do a perfect Vegeta impression, and I did it.
Yeah.
And then we both wrote a really stupid script, and then we made it into Dragon's Ball P, right?
Literally, what happened, it was a little bit different than that, slightly different.
Yeah.
You were like, yes, go Vegeta, whatever you did.
Yeah.
And I typed like one line for you saying, and I was like, recording this, and you did it, and then you animated that.
Yeah.
It was like 4 lines.
Yeah, no, it was the Super
And then you turned that four lines into like a whole cartoon.
Yeah, right. So that's how that came, and I liked the first one, and I really enjoyed making it. And then I started making the second one because I always wanted to do something with Frieza because I love Frieza. But the second one didn't turn out how I wanted it to, and Zach saved it. Zach wrote the ending to it because he's a genius.
Oh,
with the fucking Goku coming towards the
I
earth.
remember that's when I was visiting Ireland, and I was like, you know, get on that edit. So I was like, what if, you know, Goku's face gets really big sometimes, like in the clouds. I was like, what if it pans out? He's just a huge giant slant to the
I was like, Goku's face will like smile down on them. And I was gonna write another joke for that, but then Zach had the perfect ending, so he did that. But what I'm trying to say here is, I enjoyed making 1. 2, I got stressed out while making it, and then I started not liking it. And then when I released it, I was like, I'm not happy with it, except Zach saved it.
I feel like the first half of what's bad, but the second half is good too.
Yeah. Like
the first half is kind of weak.
I'm just trying to say, I didn't mean for it to become this fucking plague of YouTube icons and fucking.
Dude, I tell you?
Dude, I didn't think the same when I.
Sorry, I just want to say something about Dragon's Ball P. I was on like some video. I was going through like weird, like deep videos. I kept going through them. And I got to some weird like eugenics debate, and one guy was like, I was reading his comment, and he was like, all niggers and kikes should be massacred, and he had a fucking Dragon's Ball P icon, and I was like, oh my god!
Wait.
Whoa, should I say anything?
I'm not done yet. Wait, I just wanted to say, I'm glad people like it, but it's one of those things where it got too big, and I don't like that, because now that's what I'm known for, and like. Everyone grows in their art. Everyone grows away from things. I've grown away from that now. When people come up and say, I love Dragon's Ball P, I don't know what to say anymore because I don't think it's very good.
It's funny though.
I like the first one for being funny, and I like the end of the second one for being funny. But what really pisses me off, what really infuriates me, okay, that's the same thing. But what makes me sad...
Aggravates you, upsets you.
What upsets me is Leviosa 1 was the same deal. I thoroughly enjoyed making that, and I liked the first one. And then the second one, I was so super try-hard, and I was like, she pretty much gets raped, and I thought it was funny at the time. And
your original version was really creepy.
It was worse. It was worse.
If you could believe that his original, you know me, I was like, Chris, that's too rapey.
Yeah, no, it was. I remember in the original one, she actually pretty much gets raped. So in the new one, I made her enjoy it.
She's lightheartedly.
Yeah. All it took was
before she was screaming, stop!
No. All it took to change it was a facial expression. I changed her scared face into a happy
smiley face. Because it's playful. It's cute.
I want to say I don't like that cartoon anymore, and I'm glad people like it, but I don't like it. And I think That's it.
Let's give a shout out to Rice Pirate for doing all these voices for you guys.
Fucking Rice Pirate did the perfect Severus.
Handsome Mick. Calvin Klein, as they call him.
Mine was Ego Rapture, and what's ironic is it was supposed to
stop that.
Yeah,
kind of
stuff? It was like shut up, open your fucking eyes, stop repeating yourself, parrots, and but instead it just caused it even more so. Like it was a fucking flat-on war. It's just like it brought the soldiers in and fucking unleashed them on everyone that was doing stuff. Yeah, so
that's exactly mirrored by my video.
Yeah. I made the video, and it was specifically to make fun of the people who say everything is related to Egoraptor. That's why people were going around being like, Egoraptor delivers a pizza and like stuff like that. Yeah. It was a joke. It was like, okay, Egoraptor's God. He does everything. He's in everything. He's literally the messiah of animation. Yeah. And then I made a stupid dumbass parody from that of him like doing everything, and then people were like, and they go to anything that resembles Egoraptor, they would quote that. Not ironically, but angrily. Like it would be like an ironic joke where people would get it and it would kind of be insulting. So these people who spend time on this stuff, even if it resembled something slightly to Egoraptor, there'd be a million Egoraptor quotes and the fucking video would be downvoted to hell and back. And it's just like, I felt so bad because it's like, I didn't mean... And I don't want to sound arrogant, but it's like, I didn't mean to like cause these people to go out and just fucking specifically trigger these videos and ruin these people's days. It's like, I just made a fucking video because I wanted them to stop like making comparisons.
When I did my early to the video, it was reaction like yours. It was like your video was mine was like basically like a big shut up. Shut the fuck up. Exactly. And all I did was kind of, I think it stopped it a little bit. It had some like a fraction to do with like people stopped doing that. But of course, all the top comments were.
The future fucking cunt,
Yeah.
That's your fault.
Yep. Jeff, what about you?
Nikki, baby.
Something I regret making?
Like, no, the people overquoted a lot. You're just like, oh god, I wish I wouldn't have done
that. The first Tech-Man cartoon I made was quoted a lot. I can't even fucking remember the lines now. It's like,
hey, I'm gonna be a dad.
Hey, I'm gonna shoot my dick off. Like,
I like how that was quoted.
I love
Stanford's parody was the best because it was stupid and pointless.
It got really weird too because people started hating. It got too popular for its own good on Newgrounds at the time, where people started getting mad and saying, "Oh, it's just a bunch of dick jokes," and then they start making these like hateful parodies of it. And then one night, this kid sent me this hateful parody, and clearly he was just like trying to take shots at me with it, and I'm just like, I'll show you how to do a hateful fucking parody. And I made one poking fun at myself even harder than he was, and I sent it back to him like, no, this is how you make fun of me, asshole. And that ended up being like almost as popular as like the original one, which was even weirder.
What was it called?
It was the one where the characters say nothing but cock and balls the whole like cock and balls, cock and balls, cock. I don't know, it just went on, and just anyway. Probably not even funny anymore.
Jeff, when's the big trilogy gonna come out? The third one.
I wrote several more, and I started making it, but it just ended up being like 15 minutes long, and I'm just like, I kind of quit making them because it started to stress me out because I felt like I wasn't getting better as an artist making them because
they're simple characters.
Yeah, they're so limited and simple. I'm just like, shit, I'm not really getting any better here. So even though people liked them and I liked writing them,
Is that the go-to thing people say when they meet you?
They're like,
the creative Tech-Man,
Nah, not anymore. I don't know. It's sort of, I guess at this point they're kind of fading into history, as they say. A lot of people still remember them, but I mean, I haven't made one since
2005 or 6.
I made the first one in 2006, and like the last one was like 2009 or something.
Oh wow.
So,
Nikki.
Yes, Corey.
Sticky Nikki.
Who are artists you guys like when you were younger that you rediscovered recently? Like who are your biggest inspirations as artists? Like online at least, when you were younger.
Legendary Frog.
Oh my god.
It's true.
Holy.
I would say my biggest one, like Legendary Frog.
He inspired people. He really did. I
liked his cartoons when I was
He got Aaron into fucking animation. Yeah. Aaron got me into animation.
That's nuts. How old?
You know who I used to watch? I think he's really underrated. Gene Goldstein. I used to watch his videos when I was like.
I don't know who that is.
He did a series called Hyperboy.
Really?
Yeah, I was a big fan of it when I was younger.
Oh, you showed me that. And that's what Zach looks like, kind of.
It's a really scary story because when I was really young, what?
For artists, for me, it's kind of like I don't remember the artist, but I remember at one point there's like because for me. for me, I'm not like fawning over like concept artists. I'm more fawning over porn I used to jerk off to. So the artists that I used to jerk off to, like you remember it because it's kind of weird because it's like that threshold where it's like you see porn. Threshold. You see porn now, and it's like these new artists who come out who do porn. It's just like there's just like style that it's like it's almost like so evolved, like coloring and stuff. It's really good. Then you look at stuff from like 2008 and 6, and it's all very like fucking like Christian school coloring book crap, and it's like what the fuck? It's like I used to think this was like hot, and it's just very basic. There's like no shade. I
recall fucking thinking the Return of Ganondorf by Legendary Frog was the best video on the internet. The best.
I used to love it.
Yeah, Jeff, you know what I'm talking about.
I never was a huge fan of that from day one.
I was a little bit younger than you though when that came out, so forgive me for being a fucking retard.
It's alright.
My favorite video was the thing Aaron made 100 years ago, the Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I like
nutshell.
Yeah.
That was the funniest. That was the funniest shit to me when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
It was just hilarious. It was just stupid. It was
I didn't even watch Dragon Ball Z, and I was like,
I know. It's just like whenever he's like, I'm gonna be Super Saiyan, and then they're like, nah, you're not gonna be Super Saiyan. He's on toilet. He's like,
Aaron didn't even make that video. Some like guy took his audio. And
he made the audio, but didn't make the video.
Well, the guy who made the video was a genius because it was fucking hilarious. It was just funny when they were like, we're gonna save the world, and then like Trunks and Goes comes out. It's like, but you guys can't. You're like 8, and they're like, shut up. It's funny now, but at the time, it's really snappy and quick. Even back then,
it was the fucking brain of an ADHD child.
Yeah.
In a good way.
No, it was great.
That's why it appealed.
Did you ever go to the site called stickdeath.com?
I loved it.
Yes.
Greens versus blues and shit.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you
the Beast was like the coolest
the
shit
Beast.
to me? Yeah.
I made a fan animation of the Beast.
Me too. I made it in MS Paint though.
I made it
in.
I made an animation shop 3 when I was younger. I got free with Paint Shop Pro 8 on my 13th birthday.
I fucking love Stick Death. Me and my friends would just after school we'd go like do this new Stick Death cartoon. We'd just watch it and laugh.
Go on YouTube and type in The Ground's Not Safe 3D. That's like one of my first animations that I made it in Animation Shop 3 where there's no layers. You have to do it like frame by frame. So what I do is I make a background, copy it over like 50 frames, then go back and put the sticks on top of the background.
Yeah.
So I used to make cartoons like that, but it's on YouTube.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
There's also one more. Sorry, Zach, because I know you want to say it. There was also Joe Cartoons, I think it was.
Do you remember StarterUpSteve.com?
No.
That website was shit.
Can I say while we're on Stick Page or Stick Death? I used to use a website called StickPage.com too.
That's still around.
Stick Page, yeah.
No. But one time, this is a story. My brother forgot the T, right? Now, SickPage.com was a real website that was registered. It was a very pornographic website.
Oh my god!
And we were children. He was exactly looking at this. I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Look at this." And I was like, "Holy fuck!" I remember what the video was. It was like some chick blowing a big black guy on top of like a luggage cart for a hotel. And I was like, "What?" That was like my first real experience to like porn. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, Zach. Once I was like, I don't know if I told this story, but we were on the computer, me and my sister. It was a joint. It was a joint like party. It was a joint party. Yeah. We were like, let's look at like naughty sites.
How old were you?
I was young.
How old was
because I didn't know that typing into the address bar would forever save it in the history.
Oh, so no. That's gonna be rough later, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was in the address bar. and my sister.
Corey, what'd you do?
My sister just like type in men's dick. It was like the most basic.
Did you also want to see that too?
No, I was like, okay, because I wanted to see if there's actual sites, so she put in men's dick, and I was like, whoa, and then I'm gonna put in girls' pussy, and we were like doing that, and then we were putting in like big farts and stuff. We were putting all this stuff in the search history and laughing, and we went upstairs. My dad called her name. We went down. Oh
god, the feeling of dread you must have had.
We went down because we thought we hit all. We thought we were sneaky little kids that like cleared the history. We didn't know it was still in the fucking address because we cleared the history. And he's like, he had like flipped the thing around, and the first thing was like men's dick was like this cowboy guy showing his like dick with like tilting his head and stuff. And he's like, what the fuck is that? I was like petrified. And he's like, oh, you thought you were all sneaky? I'll clear the fucking history. Little did you know, you've put it in the address bar, which saves it permanently. Go to your room. I was terrified. But did you ever do something like that?
I did something kind of similar. I pissed my parents off. My friend Brett and I, we were like, God, we must have been like fucking 8 from 9 maybe, and we figured out about calling the operator. Mm-hmm. We called, we're like, hey, can you put us through to Jim Carrey? And he was like, excuse me, we hung up. We called back and my friend asked to see Sonic the Hedgehog. He was being serious, he's like, put me through to Sonic the Hedgehog. And they called back and they were like, they called my dad, they were like, we're gonna call the fucking cops if you keep calling asking for Sonic the Hedgehog. We're gonna fucking clogging the lines with this shit. They were mad, dude, they were not happy.
Why is everyone in our group like obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog?
I was 7.
Guys, it's really fucking hot in here. It's like
I know.
sauna.
Let's end it.
I'm dying.
Let's end it. Okay. So in closing,
JohnnyUtah went on to make the funniest Minecraft parodies, including Markiplier as a guest in them. He became very rich and he blew his brains out with a gun. Chris went on to go to a gorilla exhibit and throw himself in the pit and became one of the gorillas.
Zach went to old people's home and he learned how to perfect his character drawing so when old people were dying, he could draw them ugly and make them laugh at themselves until they die into a coma, laugh into a coma. Fuck you, Zach. This is my ending. Fuck you.
Nikki went on to have a wide vagina that everyone looked away from when they saw it.
A barbed wire.
Zach went on to have a big penis and he had a lot of money and he also had a lot of sexy girlfriends and he also
Zach went on.
He was the coolest kid in school and nobody could even pick him up because he was also the captain of the football team.
Zach was stuck in his own brain where he constantly considered himself as a beautiful man even though he was in a coma for the rest of his life.
And then
and he fucking whittled away with no penis.
Money to install in America.
There's a town there so you went to the job again.